But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend. But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
What is poppin', people? We are in the building. Welcome back to Shy Ill Reacts. I am your host, Shy Ill, and we are back in the building. Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. No intro music today. We've had some explosions over here, and we're gonna keep it moving. What is poppin', y'all? I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here. All right, bear with us. YouTube pushed an update right before we got on. I've had to rebuild this setup from scratch for the time being because we got a bunch of changes happening around here, and we'll keep it moving from there. Today, YouTube launched over here the horizontal version and the vertical version at the same time, but I don't know how they got it set up. On the vertical version, I'm only seeing half of my screen. Only seeing half of my screen. We'll get that figured out for the next live. Hopefully this is a good update and things will work out better with that feature. Those features are catching up to me because I was already doing those things, but just like my whole career has been doing it with all of these different things that have to come together, and then the technology catches up. But we'll get that figured out. Hopefully y'all can hear me. But we here, and we gonna hang out tonight. There's something I want to put in here. Let me get this. Hope everybody got that million. Got after that money this week. All right, I'm gonna get through the chat in a bit. Give me a second. Oh, y'all didn't see that. I didn't see that. Let's see. Drop this over here in the corner or something. Alright. Bow. Close that. Bow. Alright. Let's see. Shout out Zoraida in the building. I appreciate you. Let me let the Discord know that we're here. Discord. Main chat. We are live at everyone. Boom. Drop a GIF in there. Put them in the fucking bathroom. All right. Shout out Zoraida. Here to do hood rat stuff for a friend Friday.
Hood rat stuff for my friend.
Shout out you the man, making it happen despite all the character building days. Yes. Some people say, oh man, hard day is just a character building day. I've had enough hard days to have more character than I can carry. So bear with me. All right. Don't forget to drop the like on the way in. Agreed. Shout out Shannon. Salutes to you. She got her phone back. Appreciate it. Glad you made it. All right. Shout out Robert. Happy Friday, y'all. I got randomly unsubscribed to the channel recently. Weird. No, that means you done fucked up. You know what I mean? Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. On this new setup, I'll tell you what I cannot see. I cannot see my likes. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Okay, they moved everything around over here. All right, he said, oh, there's also a chance I was stone drunk and clicked the wrong button. Yeah, you fucking up, man. Welcome back. Shout out Tere. Good evening. Hope everyone had a great week. Hope everybody got after that money. Millions. Shout out Velez. Good, was good job. Payday Friday. Saca la bolsita. Salutes. That reminds me, I want to play this. We didn't get to play this on Friday's stream because it was a phone stream, and it's tricky how that works. I got it figured out. I'm gonna keep dialing it in. We'll get it from there, but I want to play this for Velez. Salutes to you, sir. Appreciate you.
Vélez sent $10 pa el capitán del barco.
El capitán del barco. Salutes. Appreciate you. Shout out Velez in the building. Shout out Big June. All right. Salutes Vincente. Shout out to Pooh. Adrian Torres on the check-in. Right, man. Vernon Himes on the check-in. We hanging out. Somebody could give JP his, here, I'll do it. His special invite. We live, motherfucker. All right. But let's say you got a new camera. I did not. Why? Do things look better here? I did not. I just been making adjustments and tweaking and working with what I'm given. I mean, all right. Se saca la bolsita. Hit that like button on the way in. Shout out Zaza on the check-in. Appreciate you. Hit that like button on the way in, y'all. Again, I don't like this new setup that YouTube got here. I cannot see my likes. And I used to like that. Why would they move that, of all things? Let's see what we got here. Boom. Nope, I ain't got it. And the vertical looks shitty. It's like one sliver of the screen, but it is what it is. Shout out Young Jizz on the check-in. He's back. He got his account back. He's on. He's popping. Let's get them likes. It's free. I don't even know how many they are. Y'all keep an eye on them. Let me drop the TTS up in here quickly. Shout out to the Nightbot. Let me stop putting smut on his name. I'm going to say Nightbot's going to do its thing. All right? And it did. Just like that. It was done. All right, shout out to Nightbot. Pin that. There's the TTS. Boom, everything looks good. A couple of things we're going to cover tonight. There's a lot of things we're going to skip because I've already made videos, which is something that's going to be happening more from now on. Videos that I do behind the scenes on my own and drop throughout the week for the channel. Gives me a level of focus that I'm able to put into the video, or you know, it makes it easier to edit, a whole lot of things. The live streams will be the live streams, and the content that's worthy of being cut down and edited and put on the channel will be still, but there will be more things going on throughout the week. I already have lined up the monster truck that they supposedly captured in Mexico, an armored vehicle. I got that story. I got a story on the dude that supposedly, allegedly, stole from Vicentillo's child's grave. That story. We have story of the 10K bounties being put on ICE's head, supposedly by the Bartels. We got more info on the boats. I'm going to put together that video, long style. So we got a bunch of stuff lined up. All right. What we didn't cover there, I got a head kick story, MMA story about an MMA fighter that was unalived. This was the third time they unalived him, and I want to see what dude was into. I'm going to talk about that. And I'm just going to be changing things throughout the weeks. The appearance of the show, the flow of the show, all of that good stuff. All right. So bear with me. We're always in a state of experiment. And boom. We just keep it moving around here. We do hood rat stuff with our friends.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
Here for a good time, not a long time. All right. 13 likes. All right, I'm with it. So one of the stories that I didn't get to cover on my own that I want to cover today is something else that I feel is alleged. All right? Alleged. Let me start these recordings here because I'm going to need my own version of the vertical because I have my own here and it looks way better than the one that's on YouTube. But I'll get that figured out by the time we're on here next time. Again, I appreciate y'all. Let me hit this one. Let me hit this one. Oh, and let me turn on Twitch. Hopefully we good. And I'll take these stats right here. I'll take these stats too. All right, we had a lot of issues technology-wise. I lost an entire hard drive on a network that won't connect anymore. The network will not connect anymore. It doesn't recognize it. So all of the work that I've done in the last 6 months, that's why you see these new thumbnails and stuff, because all of my stuff is in there and it's gone for now. I'm going to get it back. But right now I'm starting from scratch, so I got to redo everything. But I'll keep an eye on it right here. Boom, we good. Shout out Vicente, do your thing, Shy. You got the magic sauce, so keep up the great work you do. No homo, though, respectfully. I appreciate you. Yeah, you don't even have to add the no homo salutes. All right? I appreciate you, though. Happy hood rat stuff for my friends Friday. Let's get it.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
Yeah, I got the soundboard back. Got a bunch. This was all gone. The name tag, the smoke, the everything was gone. I had to put all that shit back. All right, boom. But we good. We got the. All right. This is called Sinaloa Bartel Leader Admits Trompito is Stifling Bartel Operations. Right? Who is that masked man right there? Who is that masked man? Sinaloa Bartel Leader tells CNN. You have to unalive people. Huh? I need the Conor McGregor quote right here. Who the fuck is that guy? Huh? Is that Bradley from accounting? They just said, man, put this mask on. I don't know, man. We'll see. But a Sinaloa Bartel leader, like you guys know all the leaders. Shout out Jose Amado on the check-in. It's mini league. It's Oakland Leaks. It's mini Oakland Leaks. I don't know. No worries, Vicente. We got the soundboard.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Good. Vicente knows him. He knows this guy, man. Who is this guy right here? Huh? Is that Jay Flores? Who is this masked man? I don't know, man. Let's see what they talking about.
I do. but I have what I have to do.
Oh, there it is. It's Vicente's uncle. All right, tell your uncle, man. You gotta relax. He's looking very mini leakish, okra leakish, whatever you want to call him.
I do, but I have what I have to do. You know?
Why do you say you do what you have to do? Couldn't you stop doing?
Hey, what this guy got? I do what I have to do. What he got? An emo? He got like an emo Cartel leader. He's all depressed and shit. I have to do what I have to do. I don't want this life. But I do what I have to do when I do what I do. Is that what's happening right here?
I do, but I have what I have to do. You know?
Why do you say you do what you have to do? Couldn't you stop doing this?
O no puedo.
You can't.
Ya cuando entras, ya no sales a muchas veces.
Once you get in, you can't get out. Do you think what President Trump has been doing has been making your job tougher?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
But it's because...
Yes. Trumpito's making shit rough for me. Really? Was you on one of those 11-man boats with 85 million worth of brocane on it that he, boom, just blew up in the middle of the ocean? What are we talking about here? Huh?
I mean, more difficult, you think?
Yeah.
In a bizarre interview on CNN, an anonymous member of the Sinaloa cartel explained that Trump's immigration and drug policies have put a damper on their black market tradecraft. Dressed conspicuously in a black mask, sunglasses.
What's his son-in-law's name? Kushner? That ain't Kushner in the mask right there? This is definitely Bradley from accounting. I think this might be Bradley from accounting, man. Huh? Or Hernandez from like marketing and shit. Flores Leaks could take all that cover up without scratching his face. Moving the mask or glasses or something. You lost me right there. And I got the Flores Leaks though. Flores Leaks. All right, it's definitely Bradley from accounting, man. He's all sad and shit. He's like, I have to do what I have to do because they get mad if I don't do what I do. It's Jake. It's Jake from State Farm. Okay. I can see it. I can see it.
His black gloves and a hat to conceal his identity, the alleged leader of El Chapo's former gang met with CNN's senior national correspondent, David Culver, inside an SUV at a Phoenix parking lot. The cartel member, who said he is not a U.S. citizen, revealed that cartel members are using Americans to help
He's not. So he met you in Phoenix, but he's not a citizen, but he's a leader. Oh man, sounds like you got a big fish right there, huh? I'm surprised Trumpito didn't jump down on you. You're a CNN guy, don't he hate y'all? Surprised he didn't jump down on you and say, hey man, you harboring tourists, terroristas. Oh, Flores Leaks couldn't take all that cover up without scratching his face, moving his mask and glasses or something. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Huh? I'm only making hundreds of thousands instead of millions weekly. Fucking Trumpito. Man, it's rough out there, boy. Millions! But I don't know that Brad's making millions. You think fucking Martinez from fucking from the marketing department, you think Martinez is just making that money? Because they could have put anybody in a mask in front of a camera to sit there and say, man, he make it hard for me, man. It's rough out here. It's hard out here for a pimp.
No mommy's way.
transport illicit drugs into the country.
You all are using social media to get to young people, young teens, and recruiting them to be part of it.
Now, I keep seeing these accounts on TikTok. It says, we're recruiting, we're hiring. How much of that is really the Cartel? How much of that is just, monsters, John Wayne Gacy's and Ed Gaines and shit? And why, if those are obvious accounts that are doing that, you could flag everything else. You could flag when somebody shows red bodily fluid You could flag when somebody makes a slur. You could flag when somebody flashes something indecent on the screen. You can catch all of that, but you can't pinpoint that type of shit. You can't pinpoint a channel that's all videos that says recruiting, hiring, and then showing you Method Man Labs and Fetty Wap Labs and Brocane Labs and shit. For those that don't understand the words, we have to talk in code around here. We are scrutinized and censored much more than the other channels that cover the same thing. Shit's crazy. They can't stop that. That part you can't stop. People soliciting for that type of shit. No. Out in the open. It's not like they're hiding it behind, come work for this, Pokemon company or some shit. Nah. They're telling you what they're hiring for. You can't get that, right?
Americans to help transport illicit drugs into the country.
You all are using social media to get to young people, young teens, and recruiting them to be part of it. Some of them, many of them, are American citizens too.
It's just like that.
That's life.
It's like
They got motherfuckers just shrugging the shoulders. That's it, man. I don't know, man. They don't know nothing. So whatever you say, it's easy now. Shout out there. That question, how did they arrange this video? Bradley came down from accounting. How did that the producers in the show? And he said, I got a fucking idea. We got a way to show these motherfuckers that trompitos getting the job done. Watch this. And he turned around and he put a mask on and he turned back with his glasses on and shit, looking stupid. Huh? That's how they arranged it. Or let's just say he's really a Sinaloa Cartel leader. A leader. How did he reach out to this dork from CNN?
that.
What'd he do? He sent him snail mail. He called him on his cell. He hit him up on Facebook. They in a Discord together. How'd they make that happen? Strange, ain't it? It's a crazy question. How'd they arrange this interview? I'm going to say Bradley came down from accounting. Said out Shannon, just like Jake from State Farm. Very well might be.
You all are using social media to get to young people, young teens, and recruiting them to be part of it. Some of them, many of them, are American citizens too.
It's just like that.
That's life. Are American citizens too.
It's just like that.
That's life.
It's like that, but
So even though they may get caught and spend many years in prison, that's their fault, as you say.
yeah.
CNN further revealed that Cartel
Hey, this guy said about 3 words in this whole thing. Yeah is like 2 of them.
No mommy's wait.
Yo, man. It's the janitor? Pinche janitor, man. Huh? He said like 3 words and 2 of them were yeah and yes. He sent smoke signals to get the deal done. You know what I mean? Sent smoke signals, look like that. He reached them like Miles did the feds when he got caught. He reached them just like Miles did to the Fed when he got caught. I'm trying to remember. I don't know, man. I'm not sold. I'm not gonna buy nobody with a mask. Anybody with a mask, I don't know, man. Who are you? Jim Carrey? I don't know. You MF Doom? Ghostface Killer? I don't know. CNN sent a mask company email. Subject was bonus pay this week only. Yes. They probably asked for auditions and Bradley won. You know? They were like, make sure you give us a slate. We want a picture of your hands. We want a picture of you with the mask on, with the mask off. Glasses on, glasses off. Give us a profile on each side. You probably had to audition. I got paid $125 to protest in Vegas. Shit not always what you think it is. There it is. How about this? Most of the time, shit ain't what you think it is. And then some. I mean, most of the time. Snail mail, man. This guy, I don't know. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's hard. I can't stop. Won't stop.
Those are charged
Take that. Hey, no
them
worries.
to be part of it. Some of them, many of them, are American citizens too.
It's just like that.
That's life.
It's like that, you know. But
So even though they may get caught and spend many years in prison, that's their fault, as you see.
yeah,
CNN further revealed that cartels are charging much more to get migrants across the southern U.S. border because of Trump's crackdown on illegal migration. According to Fox News, border hoppers are expected to pay $10,000 each instead of about $6,500 per person prior to the Trump-era policies. The Trump administration has dramatically stepped up its battle against the cartels. In early September, President Trump revealed that the U.S. military killed 11 people in a drug-carrying boat off the coast of Venezuela, days after deploying warships to the coast of the
I don't
South
believe that boat. I don't believe that masked man right there.
American country. A few weeks later, the president ordered 2 more strikes against drug smugglers on boats, killing 6. The anonymous man on CNN is not the first Sinaloa cartel member to credit the Trump administration for its robust approach to halting the human and drug trafficking operations at the southern border. In September, Margarito J. Flores Jr., who made millions with his twin brother as members of the drug cartel, praised the president in an interview.
There you go. There goes Jay Flores glazing Trumpito. Huh? He gotta back up his pick, man. He has to. Even if he's wrong. He's gonna have to. Because come on, man. Does he even buy that masked man? We're gonna have to ask him.
Border. In September, Margarito J. Flores
He gonna deny that that's not possible, that CNN could just throw some dork in a mask and call it whatever it is? Come on, man.
Jr., who made millions with his twin brother as members of the drug cartel, praised the president in an interview.
I think the aggressive approach is going to send a strong message to every drug trafficker across Latin America and places.
The aggressive approach of what? Of blowing up some shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing? The aggressive approach is go get these motherfuckers that you got on these wanted posters and shut up.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
It's like Venezuela that's used as a transport hub from Mexican cartels and Colombian organizations to transport their drugs and it's going to send a strong message to every drug trafficker across Latin America and places like Venezuela that's used as a transport hub from Mexican cartels and Colombian organizations to transport their drugs that they're going to go after everyone.
Couple stingray fishermen getting shot out the water. But fuck them stingrays, you know what I'm saying? In the name of the crocodile hunter. But yeah, man. They're kind of wilding out. They are kind of wilding out with that shit. A second here. Boom. Oh, this one. Clean ass fade. He done shaved off some of that fucking good sense. But I'm convinced Trumpito could eat a puppy, a baby, whatever, in front of everybody, and somebody will find a reason to reason with it. You know what I mean? The Marines are keeping protesters in line. They're the FTO now. Shah, you can't confirm anyone in a mask, just like all these so-called ICE people in masks. Does it not? There ain't no type of military. Those are dorks in camouflage. Fucking fumbling and falling over their own ass. And then the other ones are just tough guys that couldn't be tough without some kind of authority handed to them. And they out there trying to prove themselves. They looking stupid too. I wish the same persecution that they're handing out on everyone and everything they love. No mask, Jay? No, yeah, he got a mask on. All right, let's get the article of this shit. Crazy. This guy was a leader? Un líder. Huh? What's his name? He got a number? He's not like those El 13, 14, 15 motherfuckers. Sinaloa Bartel leader admits to CNN. He said, yeah, I don't know yet. Maybe. That Trompito's border crackdown is stifling criminal operations. Sure. Sure it is. Now you think those guys, as cocky as they are, wouldn't be like, man, fuck what he's talking about. Business as usual. We're fighting a war on many fronts and we still out there getting this money. No? None of that? Why would they talk to them anyway? What did this guy get out of doing that? What if this masked man is some kind of Sinaloan leader, right? What did he get out of that? What's the point of that conversation? Does he promote the Bartel, make it look like the Bartel no sweat, or what is he doing? Is it a tactic to make it seem like they're, like they're bothered, but they're not? What? There's no reason, right? I'll tell you who does have a reason, who does have a motive. The Trompito administration. They have a motive. Hey, put Bradley from accounting in a mask. Have Bradley or Martinez go say some shit about how I got them running scared and they can't get no money and it's hard. I don't know. Fuck out of here. An alleged Sinaloa Bartel leader, admitted in an interview with CNN that President Trompito's aggressive border policies have made the illegal work of the powerful Mexican rug gang more difficult. An anonymous member of Pocha's former gang explained that Trompito's immigration and rug policies have put a damper on their black market trade craft in a bizarre interview. Yeah, it's very bizarre. I'm glad you guys added that. In a bizarre interview with the news station's senior national correspondent, David Culver, in the back of an SUV. David Culver got a text message. He got a smoke signal, and they said, "Come on, man, meet me in the back of this war wagon." From unaliving to coordinating smuggling operations, he says he's done it all. Do you think what President Trompito's been doing has been making your job tougher? He asked the confessed unaliver and Bartel boss. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The gang member dressed in a black mask, sunglasses, black gloves, and a hat to conceal his identity admitted flatly.
No, mommy's wait.
This shit sounds so stupid. That was his answer. So there's two yeahs right there, right? And O, so that's two words. O and yeah. He used yeah twice. All right, let's see what else we get. I know we get I can't stop. It's my life. We get a couple words right there. This shit is crazy. Oh, yeah. The gang member dressed in a black mask, sunglasses, black gloves, and a hat to conceal his identity admitted flatly. So it's becoming more difficult, you think, said Culver. Yep. Oh, we got another version of yeah. Yep. The supposed. Right? Whoever this is, CNN or the New York Post, they don't believe their ass. The supposed gangbanger said, now, are these people gangbanger terrorists or cartel members? What the fuck is it? Which one is it? Huh? Because I can't keep up. The CNN report further revealed that the Bartels are charging much more to get migrants across the southern U.S. border because of the Trompito crackdown on illegal migration. Hold on a sec. Let me knock this down. Border hoppers are expected to pay $10,000 each instead of the $6,500 per person prior to Trompito's policies. I'm just repeating what they said in the video here. Excuse me. The hardened criminal, supposedly, allegedly, said that though he has unalived people, I didn't hear him say none of that, he considers himself a good person. I did what I had to do. Sound like a Rocky movie. I did what I had to do, Adrian. If I could change, then you could change. Then we all could change.
No, mommy's wait.
I did what I had to do. In the interview, the Cartel leader expressed that he came forward to speak with CNN, hoping to deter others from joining rug gangs. So this guy who's stuck in the game, he wants to do his redemption early. Right? He wants to do his redemption right now. Okay? While he's still in the game, because he got to do what he got to do. And that's what you do when you do what you got to do. All right? It's not a life. It's not good, the man said in broken English. So if Bradley were to come down from accounting, put a mask on and do this, don't you think Bradley would give a public service announcement like that? Huh? Come on, man. You guys got to be smarter than that, CIA. Once you get in, you can't get out, he warned in Spanish. The anonymous man is not the first Sinaloa Cartel member to credit the Trompito administration for its robust approach to halting the human and rug trafficking operations at the southern border. And here we go. Margarito J. Flores, who made millions with his twin brother as members of El Chapo's Cartel, praised the president in an interview last month. I think the aggressive approach is going to send a strong message to every rug trafficker across Latin America and places like Venezuela that's used as a transport hub for Mexico cartels and Colombian organizations. No matter how many innocent people, and I know he'll make the numbers argument, but it's like, man, bro, we done bastardized what we're willing to accept. Because a lot of this shit was a lie and bullshit, and still today it's going down. And like Zorada said, it's all burning. This guy's blowing up boats. Now he don't know whose boats he's blowing up. Now, are we doing a poll? Can we put up a poll quickly? Quick poll. Get your votes in quickly. Is that masked man a Sinaloa Cartel leader? Or Brandon from accounting, or Bradley from accounting? Poll is started. Get your votes in. Shout out Eddie Jimenez on the check-in. Appreciate you. Get your votes in. That guy said, yeah, yep, oh, not a good life. Once you're in, you can't get out. Why have such a dangerous meeting with such a dangerous man? For nothing ass answers, bro. Looks like PR to me. It looks like the U.S. government realized that the dum-dums are not gonna they're never gonna not be dum-dums, and they'll just be able to do this shit. And just tell lies and put Bradley up there. 83% so far. Get your votes in. 83% so far think Bradley from accounting is Buddy in the mask. All right? Bang say you chose the mask. I was born in it or some shit. The darkness. No, it was the darkness. This shit is crazy, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think what President Trump has been doing has been making your job tougher?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
But it's becoming more difficult, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Leave it to the reporter to lead them. Lead them. You know, yeah. Like, it's rough, right? It's hard. It ain't easy. What are we talking about here, bro? Shit is for the birds. Huh? Get your votes in. Get your votes in. 83% say Bradley from accounting. So far, 83% say Bradley from accounting. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Shout out Zoraida. Eddie Jimenez, you made it to Hood Rat Friday with your friends.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
What did Velez say up here? Velez said, the rug's still coming through. The people might not, but you can fit 100 keys in a car. You can fit in a little boat with 11 men in a little ass boat made for 3. What you talking about here? Get your votes in. All right, 71%. Bradley from accounting. I don't know. I don't know what makes that guy a Sinaloa Bartel leader. That masked man. I don't know that masked man. As far as I'm concerned, that's Vicente Steele. All right, man, get your votes in. I'm going to kill this poll. We're going to move on.
Man, too much information and shit. Bullshit. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm ending it there. 71%. Bradley from accounting. Yeah, I'm not buying it. Every now and again, Bartel is the buzzword. And they want every segment, every day to at least have that shit said at least once. They got to make up a story. They got to talk about something. They have to. I don't got my buttons right anymore. I got to get my buttons right. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. What benefit, what does he gain from doing this interview? That's what I was saying. What does it do for his Bartel? He said, oh, he wanna to sway people away from the life by saying, yup, oh, it's rough. I can't get out. That's it. Sounds fake to me. Sounds like the same type of shit when we were hearing the story from the supposed guys that were with Mayo. They was outside, you know. They went to go get las cocas. Rather than, you know, go down for their jefecito. Huh? Allegedly. Same thing, man. You put anybody in a mask on TV, I don't have to believe it. The difference between the twins is the twins speak English. The twins did a podcast. You know what they sound like. The Oakland Leaks guy sound like every other guy in a mask on the internet. This guy sound like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. No mames.
No mommy's wait.
I ain't gotta buy it though. This whole world is looking like theater to me anyway. I'm seeing basically civilians, bigots, greedy sellouts that are masking up and looking like soldiers, stumbling over themselves like assholes. We got theater in our government, theater in the world, the chess game of the world. It's all theater. The AI has gotten so crazy that it can make you commit a crime on tape that you didn't do. Literally. So if you're a news station and you know, we got people that doubt the moon landing. That could have been a thing of television, right? And they did trick us a lot of the time. They showed the training footage and made people think. That's what these people do. They cut corner. But that all leads to the...
Jonathan Pantria sent $3 salutes Chi Il my dude, Il Cartel members, and chat. I hope you've all had a blessed and grateful doing hoodrat shit with my friends Friday. Like and subscribe to the great quality content, it's free. 100 emoji. Por favor quiero una coca para mi gato iykyk.
Shout out JP on the check-in. On his Stone Cold shit. He was out there in his ghillie suit. In the shadows. Salute Shah Il, my dude, Il Cartel members, and chat. I hope you've all had a blessed and grateful doing hood rat shit with my friends Friday.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
Like and subscribe to the great quality content. It's free. Don't cost you a damn thing. Por favor, quiero una coca para mi hígado. All right? Salute JP. I appreciate you, sir. What I got for you right here? Yippee-ki-yay,
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
All right. Salute. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. We're hanging out. Chilling. We just saw some bullshit. Or what I think is some bullshit. If it looks like bullshit, if it smells like bullshit and there's a bull nearby, pretty sure it's some bullshit, alright? But everything's fake. So if you're gonna do something as simple as put a guy in a mask and tell him to speak Spanglish and tell me how, oh man, they're coming down on us hard. Miss me with that shit. I'm straight. I don't want to hear it. Bullshit.
But I want
Bullshit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me stop this. Let me stop that. Honey's up in the chat for y'all. I appreciate y'all. We've been here 1 hour. Again, we're here for a good time, not a long time. Your boy got a lot of catching up to do. Happy hood rat shit with the friends, Jonathan. Saludos y bendiciones, mi amigos. Salutes. Alright, we're not dropping no frames. We gravy, baby. Yeah, he's speaking Spanglish and shit, man.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
All right. Now, I edited I believe the blown up boat story and the Celeste and David, the last day that we covered. I edited it, but I lost it in that network that went down. I want to get it back, but I have to continue on and move on with the updates and with the story. I'm sick and disgusted that the update isn't that it's an end to the questions, but I doubt it. JP's on night watch in his ghillie suit. Got his ghillie suit on, man. Soundboard, man.
Chinga su madre, ya valió.
Too much fucking information and shit. What else we got here? I haven't used this one in a while. This is what I feel like when I see the dude with the mask on.
Shit.
I gotta use that one more often. I like that one. All right, so boom, yeah, we're gonna get back into the. There's only a couple videos to cover. See if there's any updates on this Celeste Rivas situation. All right. Again, my apologies to anybody that's watching the vertical. YouTube didn't even let us know what was happening today, and that shit's set all bogusly. All right, this was bullshit. We skipped that the other day. I believe we might have got to this one. I don't know. Then there's this one here. All right, let's see what this is. Let me start this up. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out. Let's get back into this David Celeste Rivas story. Go right here.
We've all experienced it. When a flavor is so good, it never leaves you. Campari, unmistakable flavor from our family to yours.
I used to feel like I was playing cat and mouse with my clients, always chasing them for payments, but now I get paid with...
All right, so I've got a few more little updates and bits of analysis for you guys regarding the David situation. The internet detectives are still working, even though the evidence is kind of, running dry, and the backstory information, we've kind of seen everything at this point. But there's still a lot of talk going on. There's still a lot of confirmation or denials of certain pieces of evidence. And I want to just go over some of this stuff with you guys today for full disclosure, because realistically this far we have just been trying to cover everything and just keep you guys up to date with any new developments, any new conversations that have been going on around this case. And what's really interesting is there's been some really interesting conversations that have been going around on the subreddit Celeste Rivas Hernandez, essentially talking about people trying to, all the way back when the song released in 2024, there was this song, really a skit on one of David's projects called You Left Me First. And it's been, it's been widely believed that the voice on the skit is actually Celeste herself. And what's really interesting is somebody's resurfaced these comments and analysis all the way back from 2024 when the skit actually dropped in the David subreddit, with people trying to work out who this was in the call and who actually was being sampled on the track. So these are some of those comments. I'll take a look now. It says, who's the voice at the end of You Left Me First? Someone commented, and this is 152 days ago, most likely his ex-girlfriend. They were together for a good while in 2024 until she went off the grid and deleted all her socials. Update for my replies, Yay Woohoo 7 was indeed Celeste, and my first few replies were wrong. Rest in peace, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. So someone responded to them at the time saying, I thought it might have been, but that interlude sounded really, really well recorded, almost like it was in the studio. So I don't know if it was just a random video of them or if he got a random girl to record the lines with him. And this person says, just seen in an interview, he said it was a real conversation, but he had to re-record it because of copyright stuff and having someone else's voice in a song. So yeah, you're right, it was in the studio. And people keep going back and forth. And more people have
Listen, the studio could be his kitchen. We've seen him with, who's that producer, Benny Blanco, right there in the kitchen. So studio is wherever you set your mic up in 2025. Back when I was coming up, you had to go to a studio, but that shit dead.
Back to this post and added more up-to-date comments. Says, I know the news about Celeste, but the girl I'm talking about isn't her. A comment is deleted. And this same person says, the person it was based off, but again, back to my first comment, it truly could be about Celeste, as he never actually confirmed who it was about, but the girl I'm originally talking about isn't her. This person says, now this is questionable. Saying, nah, most likely...
Yeah, I don't care about evidence in songs. I don't. I care about legalities and police. Forget the songs. Let's see. Oh, shit. All right. Exposing the wildest new theories about David.
Relationship with a minor. But again, seemingly being around David in the lead up to this point. Okay, there's going on, and there's still a lot of speculation and new theories that are floating around behind the scenes. Now, a lot of people have done breakdowns on the David situation at this point. Okay, there's very little new evidence coming to light. I just want to bring your attention to the fact that I actually just did an 1.5-hour breakdown on my main channel, Trap Law Ross, where I kind of pulled together and condensed a lot of the kind of proven theories and evidence in the David case into one video. I tried to make it kind of punchy for you guys, you know, could have gone 3-4 hours, but I feel like this actually is just really focused on all of the facts of the case and just everything that we could find, everything that we could prove. And it's a really interesting video. So if you want to get more backstory, if you want to get kind of, you know, a much more complete look at this story in one go and kind of David's backstory and everything that led up to this incident, I would definitely recommend that you go and check that video out. But over here, there is still a whole bunch of speculation, and I think a lot of these narratives about David potentially not being responsible for the murder, overdose theory, family theory, all of these things are still going around, and there's a lot more questions that are being asked at this stage. One of the big things that a lot of people are asking and have been confused about is the fact that there were seemingly two Celestes. There was this Celeste girl that got found in the trunk of the car that was an underage girl that, you know, had seemingly been around David in the lead up to this very sad news coming out. But then there was an older woman called Celeste Herrera who was in her 20s that, you know, a lot of people felt maybe she was, you know, hired as an industry plant or a decoy to try and confuse people. She got the same first name. They got her wearing some of the same outfits as the original Celeste. And a lot of people have been wondering what this is all about. People are saying, why is the different Celeste so quiet? If the other Celeste really exists and is alive, why is she not posting anything? Not a single statement.
Because maybe she don't want the attention, man. The story is huge on the internet. Maybe not on the news and shit, but on the internet, it's everywhere. Maybe she don't want the attention. Maybe there's nothing to it, and she don't want the attention.
I know, right? She might care about her privacy, but allegedly she appeared on his streams and at other events, so she wasn't fully anonymous. I wonder why she doesn't post anything like, I'm the one from the streams and the adult Celeste who was dating David, not the victim Celeste. When she do this, it would have been obviously good for the case to cut some...
And how do you know that the older Celeste was dating David at all?
Part of the speculations, like Celeste Herrera was a fake identity of Celeste Rivas. I can't stop thinking about this, and I can't believe in the two Celeste version of this situation. Do you have any theories or explanations? And people have pointed out, rightfully so, that they probably have been told to avoid talking about the case. Okay, people saying, the poster says, I see the point, but it would be helpful for the public debate. They can't stop people talking about this and making theories by just being quiet.
People want what they want. For the public debate, yeah, I get it. We are the public debate, you know? But I get why Shorty don't say nothing, even especially more so if she had nothing to do with it. Fuck, I want this attention for.
Okay, so I think this is interesting. I think the fact that, like, this is just so suspicious, and it really is a head scratcher for me too. I'm just finding myself just thinking, like, why is there another person and she looks similar and she's got the same name? It is very unusual, and we are trying to find out what's going on with that. Okay, people are saying, I found the video and holy crap, it does look like the Gap hoodie. They really dressed her up like Celeste Rivas to make it seem like Rivas wasn't the girl in the stream. Question is, how did they get her to do it without her knowing?
You think he was that smart to do that? Maybe, I guess. Step out with me, of age, in the same hoodie. Sounds like the internet.
Knowing what they were trying to do.
But I said that about the Charlie Kirk shit. And it seems that there's all kind of levels to that shit.
In my opinion, I'd be super weirded out if someone asked me to wear some young girl's old Gap hoodie and some big, ugly, blue light glasses. A Gap hoodie's really trendy. It's really difficult to believe Herrera would agree to that stuff without at least knowing why. Weird, weird, weird. But maybe this answers your question about why she isn't saying anything, whether she was covering up David dating a minor or potentially covering up Rivas' real disappearance or death. She must have at least suspected she was pretending to be Rivas and that it was weird as F. Now, look, let me just give you my opinion on this situation, okay? it's like quite a tall order for me to try and accept that like they really created this industry plant and they got like a twin, they got like a clone, another Celeste to try and kind of
I agree.
Throw people off the scent. But then again, we're dealing with a body in the trunk. We're dealing with a potential murder. We're dealing
then again, indeed,
with a death. Okay, people would go to great length. They would sacrifice everything they had to try and avoid getting caught up in something like this. So a part of me believes that this could be a real thing and that this really was a cover-up that they were trying to do. But there is also a big part of me that feels like this could be a coincidence. Now look, okay, I've had it in school. They're damn near, 2-3 people with the same name. You're thinking, how the hell have you guys ended up all in the same class with the same name? But it happens, okay? It could be a coincidence that he does also have a friend named Celeste. I mean, it's a tall order, but it could be a coincidence. They produced a lot of those Gap hoodies. Now, I know it is very sus. They got her wearing the same hoodie, and it's just like, bruh, it's the hoodie from the missing poster. But I do personally feel like that could be a coincidence. It could just be another Gap hoodie. Hella people wearing Gap hoodies. So this one is, this theory has definitely been a head scratcher. I could see it going either way. I'm not trying to defend it, but it's like, I think it's just as far-fetched. It's just as coincidental. It's just as likely in real life that really it was just a coincidence that he had a friend that looked similar with the same name, also wearing a very common Gap hoodie. Like, I could believe that just as much as I could believe that it's cover-up, because that's just like a whole crazy thing that's very unlikely, but so is this being a coincidence. So this one's a head scratcher, and I really am excited to hear from this Celeste Herrera. I think at some point, no doubt she'll speak out. When the case is resolved, when it goes to court, when more information comes out, no doubt we'll eventually hear from her, but it is definitely a head scratcher. Now, a lot of people have noticed this is a new thing going around the David subreddits. People have noticed that this is another Instagram account, this extra David account. They're confirming that it's him. They're basically saying that, like, this is the account, like, this is actually him, we can connect this to him. And people are saying, tell me why when I Google lensed David's profile picture from his other Instagram account, this is what came up under exact matches. I don't know how this all works, but seeing as he stated before he's into gore P-word, I'm just coincidental. Okay, so people are thinking, right, they're saying that basically that image that's his display picture on this Finsta account, it comes up to this thing saying I thought he was just hooting and hollering, right, from the Mayhem subreddit, and people are looking up those lyrics, right? Looking up post on Mayhem.
Again, I don't give a fuck about the lyrics, none of that shit. What kind of deal does he have? He has too much creative freedom. I don't know who he signed with. He's probably independent. Even if he's not, creative freedom is not an issue anymore. They got the freedom to make any bullshit that they want, as long as it's making money. The labels ain't in the position that they used to be to micromanage these artists and say, oh, we need this single, we need that. No. They cut the check. That's it. We'll talk about the rest of that shit later. Shout out Out of Power on the check-in. But again, I don't care about theories. I want to hear something factual. Where we at right here?
With Thrivent, your financial plan.
Shout out Think Like a Kingpin on the check-in. Salutes. Hey, chat. Buenas noches. Happy Friday. Salutes to you, sir. Appreciate you. What Jay do now? He's always up to something. What do he do now? Nothing. Defending Trompito's clown show. Trompito got a clown show going on, man. That's it. The usual. Salutes. Appreciate you. Out of Power. What you think about the people tripping on Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl? Yes. Stupid argument. Doesn't make sense. It is what it is. Think Like Kingpin, JP, Zorada, Shah, Shannon, salutes. JP says, sounds like a pack with El Diablo. Carajo. Yeah. Again, I don't know who he got his deal with, but he got the freedom. Just cut the check. Think Like Kingpin said, what?
is bigger than just you. Your finances can be a force for good for the ones you hold in your heart. Because our business is helping your money mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more.
You know, there was a guy. Hold on, let me put a marker right here.
No, mommy's wait.
There was a guy with a mask that said he was a Sinaloa Cartel leader, and that Trompito's aggressive approach is affecting them in a negative way. And he said like 3 words all together. He said, it's a hard life. I can't get out. It's not a good life, people. Yeah, that's all he said. And I said, I just think it's a dude named Bradley from accounting that they put a mask on and said, hey, man, Bradley, go out there and talk about how Trompito shit is affecting you guys negatively. It just looks like a circle jerk. And then they used Jay's footage and said, you know, Jay's saying that Trompito's aggressive attitude is going to spook everybody. That's cool if he's going after the people he's supposed to be going after. But if he's blowing up stingray fishermen in the ocean, you know what I mean? In the name of aggressive, rug policy, then, you know, let's move the bullshit. Trump is like Pocha and Arturo and Mayo all in one, and then some. No BS. These moves do affect the game on the street. I don't believe that it don't. I just don't believe that guy. And I don't believe he had a reason to go talk to anybody. But niggas have to eat, so they just go and find a new way. Yeah, gotta adapt. Gotta go get that money. Well, you don't like the money? You don't like it to eat? They said they don't want Bad Bunny because he wears dresses or whatever, but Kiss wears makeup and heels. They've been what's the word? Contradicting themselves since the beginning of time. Can't keep up with the world's foolishness. Boom. All right, they got their own thing going on. Let's see what we got popping here. Where am I going?
All right, guys, so I just wanted to hop on and give you guys a couple of David updates. I know everybody has been...
Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. Salutes, hunters up in the chat. I appreciate y'all for being here with me today. Let's get it.
Waiting for new updates and official things on David. There's not really been as much going on. There's not really been much new evidence about the situation. You know, I did do a full breakdown over on my main channel, and there were a few new interesting facts in there that some people did think were really interesting. But I'm going to get to some new stuff, but I just want to let you guys know, okay? I just want to let you guys know, okay? This thing is still ongoing. We're still waiting for an arrest. Everybody in the community, in the research community, in the community that are following this whole very sad affair, we're all digging for details. We're all on the lookout for new information, new updates, all of those kind of things, okay? And look, I've defended myself a bunch, okay? I think it's okay to talk about this. I feel like we're all just waiting for justice for Celeste. We're all just waiting to find out what's going on. We're all waiting for updates, and we're all just trying to preserve all of the information that has come out since this situation went down. So I made that full-length video over on my main channel. You know, some people weren't feeling it. Some people were feeling like, you know, it's overload of information. I wanted to just make a more concise video that just really focused on the facts in a kind of documentary format. That was my goal with that. And a lot of people did appreciate the new information from the video. They're saying on the Celeste Reddit, Trap La Rosa's video had a lot of new videos. They said it's a great video that provides a good timeline of the event. Okay, ironically, okay, people are like, you like what? I've already watched 20 hours of him reiterating the same things and reading comments. Tell me what was new. They're saying all he does now is read posts from this sub. But if you go and watch that video is actually mainly focused on interesting facts and pieces of information that you might not have heard. People are saying it's more like his usual documentaries as opposed to his recent vids. And look, I don't want to get too into it in this video, but people are saying it's actually a pretty good video there, especially the part about Celeste joking about about David. R-wording her early in the relationship is eye-opening. Thanks for sharing this video. I was giving up on Ross, but I guess I won them back. People are saying she wasn't talking about herself. They were talking about Epstein. We're actually talking about something different. So go and check out the video, okay? There's actually other stuff in there that you might find interesting. You might find as an eye-opening situation, okay? And it's not just a Reddit post, okay? That video has got a lot more detailed research. It's a documentary timeline from beginning to end. I did credit users, but there was stuff people aren't aware of.
I'm gonna check that video out on my own before I cover it, because again, we've been covering his live stream since the beginning of this shit, and I don't want to be, shit to end up redundant.
Stuff, new information in that video. So go and check that out if you want to get new information. You want to just catch up on the timeline in one kind of straight through breakdown, okay? But what I'm here to share with you today is a couple of new interesting developments that have been going on publicly, and they've been reported by the mainstream news, the mainstream media, okay? Don't hate on me. I'm just reporting what the mainstream media are reporting, and this is in the Daily Mail. Let me just fix this real quick. So there'd been a lot of talk about Celeste's funeral when it was taking place. There was rumors that it had been delayed, but no doubt this was something that the family wanted to keep secret. There's so much public interest in this story. There's conspiracy theories. There's people.
And guess what? Buddy right here, he saw it. He saw that camera. That's filthy.
Hating on the family, which from the very start I've not condoned. I don't feel like the family deserve any kind of vitriol in this situation. But the funeral did go ahead, and it was apparently held in secret amid criticism over the investigation. So I don't know if they've got some footage here of that. Just for the record, all right, I want to point out, for all the people saying, oh, you're milking this is the Daily Mail running an advert for, what is this, Gigster, over the footage of the funeral, okay? So that's what these other reporters are on. They're putting Gigster ads over the footage of the funeral, okay? That just is what it is, okay? That's journalism for you, okay? That's reporting, that's journalism, that's the news media industry. But I just wanted to highlight that, okay? We're going to skip ad. I'm going to see what was going on. So they have recorded some exclusive footage, seemingly, of the funeral taking place. And this is just kind of like, it's got very sad music over it. I don't know if we need all of that. But the funeral did take place,
Buddy is eyeballing the shit out that cameraman, and I get it. I understand, bro. I understand. You fucking vulture.
It seemingly took place in private. I feel like the family probably have been getting harassed to an insane degree. But they were able to lay Celeste to rest in this ceremony. That was.
Shout out to that big ass tent that they covered it all up with. Buddy is on that cameraman's ass.
It's carried out in California. It looks like quite a small ceremony. It looks quite private and small. Probably just very, very close family members that would have been invited there for that. And it's another advertisement for you guys, just so you know how the news media is working this thing. But anyway. Let's read the article and find out some backstory about the funeral. It says, Celeste Rivas, the teen girl who was found dead in a Tesla belonging to David, was laid to rest on Monday. Her casket was being seen carried by mourners at the funeral service, which was held in a white tent on the cemetery lawn, in photos obtained by the Daily Mail. It took place surrounded by family and friends at the Queen of Heaven Cemetery and Mortuary in Rowland Heights, California. The family appeared to be trying to keep the funeral as secret as possible by shielding it from view in the tent. Mourners dressed in all black and were seen with pained expressions and faces lowered as they carried Celeste's gleaming white casket while dressed in somber all black. Several funeral attendees were also seen carrying large flower bouquets to be left by the gravesite. And then this kind of recaps some of the information. There's some more pictures of the service there. And then this is just recapping a lot of information that we already knew, but they've got photos of the cemetery, they've got the tent, they've got all of the information. It says here, the family appeared to be trying to keep the funeral secret as possible by shielding it from view in the tent. And it's really sad that this is the, what they've had to do in this instance. And
meanwhile, even with a tent, there's still people standing around with cameras. There's still drones flying over the cemetery. Part of our freedoms. It's just humans are uncouth, rude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I personally feel like this situation, it's... If you want to say that the media have kind of like blown this situation, I don't want to say out of proportion, because I think it is proportional to how messed up this situation is. But really, this is all due to the fact that David is such a big star. I think if any big name celebrity that was doing 5 billion streams on their music is found with a dead body in the trunk of their car, some people just don't want to hear, but that's what it was. You were found with a deceased person in your car. I think any singer, rapper, anybody of this level of stature with 30 million monthly listeners, if Gunna got found with a deceased person in his car, the media firestorm would have been perhaps even bigger than this. Okay, but I think it's David's music that appeared to refer to so much dark, violent imagery that really took this up to 11. But really, this is about the celebrity around David. I don't feel like it's even fair to blame the media or the Daily Mail. A lot of people disagree with the Daily Mail, but the reason there's so much attention around this story is because how much of a big star David was. But they've released the photos from the funeral. The Daily Mail clearly got wind of where this was all going down. And they kind of explained everything that's going on. They had the hearse there that carried the casket to the cemetery, and they had the flower arrangements. They had pictures. They had pictures of absolutely everything, man. The Daily Mail, they're getting up close and personal with this stuff. Whether or not you guys agree with that, they are reporting very, very up to date and very in detail about everything. Now, another thing that's come out that's new in this situation, that people are kind of prying over, is these reports of a SWAT raid at David's house. His family home was raided several times. The police were apparently called there numerous times. Apparently it was bogus, swatting. People were basically maliciously calling the police to try and mess with him. And again, even for everything that we know about David, and people are not liking him and they're wishing the worst for David, once again, I wouldn't condone swatting. I wouldn't condone harassment. At the end of the day, we're still waiting for the police to do their due diligence. Anything like this just really just gets in the way of the investigation and wastes very valuable police time. But what's interesting is it seems that TMZ have actually got their hands on the recording of the 911 call, and they're claiming that the swatting caller was using a voice changer to report this bogus shooting. Okay, so let's hear this and hear actually what the
caller was it was Bradley from accounting. It was the same fucking guy.
Sounded like
it was some guy in a mask that CNN said was a Cartel boss.
And they called in these bogus reports.
Waller County Sheriff's Office is Amber. Hello? Yeah, Waller County Sheriff's Office.
Hello, I need help.
Okay, what's going on? Where are you at?
My address is...
Okay, what's going on?
I heard, some, gunshots.
Okay. How close to your residence were they?
They were, right outside my house, and I think someone's dead.
Okay, what's your name?
Say it again?
What's your name? Okay, what's a good phone number for you, sir? Okay, and why do you believe that somebody's dead?
I just heard, a loud scream, and there was, gunshots.
Oh, scream. Okay. After shots. Okay, but you haven't saw or heard anything else after that?
I heard a scream.
Was it a male or a female scream, do you think?
It was a female.
Female? Okay, we're going to go ahead and get deputies headed out that way and just confirming you're at...
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to get them sent that way, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
So this troll called this call in to mess with David and to put his family in danger, really. And look, all right, the public opinion is not feeling David right now, but this isn't right, okay? It's not fair. It's not right. It's not right as far as wasting police time. It's putting people in danger. His family are innocent in this. Sometimes people swap properties like this and they come in hot and they shoot people and the police end up killing innocent people. So we cannot condone this. We don't support this, all right? We're not rocking with any swatting, any fake phone calls that put people in danger. What's really interesting about all of this is it says, in hindsight, it sounds like a clear prank, but in the moment, law enforcement was dispatched and they swarmed the home where David's parents lived. I just can't condone it. It's as much as we all want to get to the bottom of this case, this is just super not cool. And I think it's interesting that the audio has come out. I wanted to, when I first pressed play, I thought we was going to hear a kid. I thought we was going to hear a very immature child. It does sound like a grown man You know, they're using a voice changer. Maybe they made their voice sound deeper than it actually is, but it sounds like a grown man, and this really isn't becoming of a grown man. And it really wouldn't surprise me if the police actually crack down on this and arrest the person that made this SWAT call. It's not too tough. You know, people are hating on the police, saying it's taken them too long to solve this case. But hey, it's not too tough for them to work out, even if you're using a different number, voice changer. They can work all that stuff out. And I wouldn't be surprised if the person that called this in is actually in big trouble with the authorities. So there's been very little new information, but I do want to bring your attention just to a couple of Reddit posts that I've saw over the past couple of days that I did think were interesting. A lot of people have been saying this. I saw a lot of comments about this on the documentary that I made about David. And a lot of people were saying that they feel like, based on everything that they learned about David's career, that Celeste really was his muse. And
well, that's obvious to me. But all of this other fucking love story bullshit that's written around here, miss me with that shit.
No mommy's wait.
Inspired a lot of his music and artistic output. Now check this out. It says, it all makes sense now. It really hit me that Celeste was David's muse. Since he was homeschooled and never experienced love, heartbreak, or struggle firsthand, he lived through her. She opened up to him and he turned her pain into music. His mother even points it out after hearing the lyrics. Celeste's life growing up in low-income housing, dealing with the real-life struggles, became the emotional backbone of his songs. They probably formed a deep but unhealthy bond, built on shared inexperience and emotional dependency. In a way, his entire discography is like a documentary of her life, and sadly, it seems like it all ended in tragedy. Maybe one final argument pushed him over the edge and there was no coming back. R.I.P. Celeste. People are saying, I don't like how you describe a femicide. It's like you almost justify him. I didn't get that from that. Girls have also experienced the pandemic, but they don't feel pushed by something their kid, boyfriend said, didn't say, didn't do to murder. The songs. They growing up in low-income housing, dealing with the real-life struggles, became the emotion.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care, bro. Too much fucking information.
Too much information and shit.
I don't care. Emotional backbone. I don't give a shit.
Emotional backbone of his songs. They probably formed a deep but unhealthy bond, built on shared inexperience and emotional dependency. In a way, his entire discography is like a documentary of her life, and sadly, it seems like it all ended in tragedy. Maybe one final argument pushed him over the edge and there was no coming back. R.I.P. Celeste. People are saying, I don't like how you describe a femicide. It's like you almost justify him. I didn't get that from that. Girls have also experienced the pandemic, but they don't feel pushed by something their kid, boyfriend.
I miss me with that. Let's get to the lawyer that be talking shit.
Exactly what she was doing for this situation. Out to Bruce Rivas, man. Criminal lawyer reacts. He just did a video updating everybody on this situation. And this video is called Why Hasn't David Been Arrested? And there were some interesting parts in this, and apparently he actually mentioned some of my coverage in here. So let me just pick out some choice parts of this, and we'll react to what Bruce Rivers said.
The question everyone has is, why has David not been arrested yet? And the reason David hasn't been arrested yet is because they don't have a cause of death. They don't. I mean, if you remember the Casey Anthony case, they found that body. Didn't they find it?
Wait, we heard this already. Why is he playing this again?
Far away from the home, wrapped in a blanket and duct tape. Aside from her being her mother and being responsible for her care, they didn't have a whole lot of evidence that she did anything.
What you got in your hair? He got mad product in his hair, man. Look at his fucking grease spot on that chair.
You know, and if you remember, she lied all kinds of ways to the cops, but they just didn't have anything linking her to the homicide. This could be the case with David. It's very similar in that they find a body with someone that he had a connection with, but they gotta link it up. You know, they gotta make him responsible. So unless somebody comes forward as an eyewitness to something, or there's some footage of something, or there's some other way that they can link him up to her homicide. You know, like, let's say I think the quickest way to do that would be if they found some text messages where he says, you know, we're getting drugs or whatever. And then somehow somebody comes forward and says, yeah, I saw him give her drugs and she overdosed. Or maybe he choked her out. You know, maybe there was a domestic dispute. I mean, his songs are dark as shit, aren't they? So, and just want to give a shout out to Trap Lord Ross. He kind of watched one of my videos and he gave us some good accolades, and he does some good work there. So give him some love. And Mr. Ross, Mr. Trap Lord Ross, if you want to collab, let me know. I'm all for it.
Okay, hell yeah, man. Shout out to Bruce Rivers, man. Definitely would want to collaborate with him. I'm gonna get in touch with him, man. I just followed him on Instagram earlier because people were saying he was trying to reach out to me. Definitely down to do a collab with Bruce Rivers. You know, he's a legendary mainstay in this kind of hip hop, you know, true crime hip hop space. He was reacted to a lot of the big hip hop legal cases. So I'd love to collab with Bruce, man. Shout out to Bruce. That's sick, actually. So blessed to hear that. But you know, he's basically explaining, you know, a lot of the same stuff that we've already heard, but you know, the toxicology report's still not come back. They probably can't prove that what the cause of death is at this point. And you know, Bruce is a real lawyer. He's a real criminal lawyer. He's actually tried real cases related to all of this stuff, and he's telling it how it is. And he's going to break it down later on in this video, exactly why David hasn't been arrested, and you know, exactly what the situation is with that. But yeah, I think a lot of people are disappointed to hear, you know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It might be impossible. The police might actually simply not be able to prove the cause of death, and that is going to be a big problem. Okay, but let's jump ahead and see what else Bruce had to say. Really interested to hear his perspective on this one.
Robert, real men wear pink. So David, as you know, he wasn't around, oddly enough, when his car was found. So David, he's a singer. His Tesla had the body of Celeste Rivas in it. Her body has badly decomposed, which means it had been there a little while. And some people have been doing some internet sleuthing. I don't internet sleuth. I just tell you what's going on. Celeste would have just turned 15. 15 years old. You know where you should be at 11 o'clock if you're 15 years old on any given night, at home in bed. You know, I mean, you should be bitching to your parents that you can't get out of the house, and then you go to bed, and also in case you wake up alive next morning in your bed. But Celeste would have been 15.
I agree, and I also don't think she was 15 when she passed. I think she was 14.
And David's 20, so that's a little bit of an age gap.
So he's going to kind of break down some of the facts of the case, and he's going to react to some of the posts and the news articles. A lot of this stuff we probably might have already covered on this channel, but I'm going to find any parts where he's talking specifically more about David not being arrested, and we'll jump into that. Let me jump ahead. All right, let me leave a quick comment for Bruce before we dig further into this, man. What should I say to him? All right. Appreciate you for the shout. I've been a fan for years. Let's definitely link up and do theories and a lot of clips in this video. So you know, we're not going to react to the whole thing because I haven't quite got time for all of that, and it's probably some stuff that you've already seen. You know, it's really great to hear Bruce give his twist, but for me, I'm really here trying to hear about what he thinks about why David hasn't been arrested. Okay, so we're gonna now hear him give a little bit more facts about the matter. He's going to open up a little bit more for the next kind of 4 or 5 minutes, and he's going to break down exactly why he believes David hasn't been arrested and some of the theories behind it. So I'm super glued. I'm super locked in. I'm really trying to figure out what he thinks about this, because this is somebody whose opinion I think is gold in this context.
The big question everyone has is, why has David not been arrested yet? And the reason David hasn't been arrested yet is because they don't have a cause of death. They don't. I mean, if you remember the Casey Anthony case, they found that body.
So he's just recapping what he said at the start of the clip, but he's going to explain in more detail. So he's going to finish what we saw already at the start, and then he's going to go into more detail.
And they find it far away from the home, wrapped in a blanket and duct tape. Aside from her being her mother and being responsible for her care, they didn't have a whole lot of evidence that she did anything. You know, and if you remember, she lied all kinds of ways to the cops, but they just didn't have anything linking her to the homicide. This could be the case with David. It's very similar in that they find a body with someone that he had a connection with, but they gotta link it up. You know, they gotta make him responsible. So unless somebody comes forward as an eyewitness to something, or there's some footage of something, or there's some other way that they can link him up to her homicide. You know, like let's say I think the quickest way to do that would be if they found some text messages where he says, you know, we're getting drugs or whatever, and then somehow somebody comes forward and says, yeah, I saw him give her drugs and she overdosed. Or maybe he choked her out. You know.
Now, what's interesting, okay, because a lot of people have talked about this overdose theory. You know, if the toxicology report comes back and says that, you know, she had drugs in her system, a fatal amount of drugs in her system, could David get off on the overdose theory? Now, that's partly true. But also, if they can prove that David gave this underage girl drugs, he's going to be culpable in some type of way. It's going to be potentially... Okay, it might not be full-blown murder, but there are other things that could be going on. If they could prove that he was actually giving drugs and alcohol to this young girl, and that might have led to her death, That's going to be tough to prove. But if they can prove it, there's other things that are on the table that the police might use. So I do think this is an interesting point. Just as much as the drug theory, the overdose theory might absolve David of his sins, it also might end up to come back to bite him if there's evidence that he actually was involved and it was his actions that led to that happening. But that's going to be even tougher to prove.
And maybe there was a domestic dispute. I mean, his songs are fucking dark as shit, aren't they? We're all speculating here. But what we're not speculating about is they haven't arrested David because they don't have any evidence against him quite yet. They're building their case. So that's our little David Part 2 episode. It tells you a little bit more that we knew before, but we're still in the dark on cause of death with Miss Rivas Hernandez. I just don't understand, going after young girls. If you are a young person and you're experiencing trouble at home, it's so fucking difficult to figure out what to do, isn't it? Go to a relative, go to the cops, don't go on the street. So, I mean, my son Michael, he took off, I can't tell you how many times. All of a sudden I get a fucking ping on my phone. He's in Florida. I'm in Minnesota. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing there? Oh, I'm sorry, we know, and then it was Nebraska, and then it was Colorado. And it's like, dude, you got a nice bed, you got 3 hot meals, or as many meals as you want. I mean, we got baseball coming up. It was just very difficult, when you deal with that. So my heart goes out to any parents that are dealing with a child who doesn't want to stay at home. And this is just even more tragic.
How old was his son? Does anybody know in the chat?
Because, it resulted in somebody's death. So we'll see you next time here in Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Sign up for Patreon.
So shout out to Bruce Rivers, man. I thought there might have been a little bit more analysis there. But he was given a lot of value, providing some of his personal experience. Now, if you guys know Bruce Rivers' story, his son Michael was a big part of, how he essentially built his channel. And his son had some issues with substances. As I just said, he would experience his son just kind of disappearing, going off, popping up at these other places, and he had some sympathy with what Celeste family was going through because this is maybe a slightly more extreme scenario with a younger girl, but he can sympathize with that. And if anybody knows the story, that everything that happened, Bruce's son passed away, and that was something that really kind of really broke the hearts of a lot of people that follow him and support him. And he's somebody that I've always really respected and supported. So I've got a lot of admiration for him. I think he's a really strong guy. I love to see him dropping videos and just continuing this amazing career that he started out with his son. And I'm super proud of him for all of the reporting that he does on just all of these different cases. So massive shout out to Bruce, man. Hopefully we can get a collaboration done soon. And I think me and him together would probably be a pretty good duo because he's going to have the legal side covered. I'm going to have the social media deep dive stuff covered.
Shout out Shannon. He was early 30s. Thank you.
But I could probably show him some posts that he hasn't seen before, and I feel like we would come together and do a really good collab, man. But look, I'm just trying to keep you guys updated on any of these new updates. So when it comes to this David situation, there's really not too much new.
Shout out Traplo. We got nothing, man. Same old shit. That is crazy. This is one of the craziest stories. I don't remember how long toxicology has taken in other cases. I'm sure we've been impatient before. Here we go. We got another one here. David is preparing for the worst.
Sound too low? Here's how to fix it. Open Extra Sound. Instant volume boost up to 600%.
Okay, guys, I'm finally back with another David update. It's a small update, but I think it is actually a very interesting piece of news that is relevant to perhaps the possibility that David is taking some precautionary moves in anticipation of having a big problem on his hands, okay? Because this is the latest news that's popped off on TMZ. Apparently, David is putting his assets, he's putting his homes, he's putting the properties, all of that stuff into his mama's name. Now, we've heard this kind of thing from athletes going through divorces.
Yeah, but I don't think that sticks if you're doing it now. I think it already had to have been in their name. I don't know how that works. I feel like, I got a sister-in-law that's a defense attorney. And I got a feeling I heard her say something like that before.
There's all these different stories about that he put everything in his mom's name so he couldn't lose it in the divorce. They put everything in this person's name so they couldn't get it taken by the feds. Whether it's gangsters, athletes, rich people be moving the assets around because they know, hey, I need to stay out of trouble. I need to make sure that no one can take my crib if it goes left. It's possible in my opinion, it's possible that this could be a precautionary move because he knows that some heat's coming. Now, let's see what they said in the article, and then we'll look at some of the reaction on Reddit, because it's not a Trap More Ross video if we don't analyze the discourse around these things you want to say. I'll just talk about Reddit, but this is on TMZ, and then we are going to go to Reddit to see what the people, okay, because it matters what the people think. But this says David is making some real estate moves as cops investigate the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas, whose decomposing corpse was found in his Tesla. Notice they didn't say dismembered this time. They're backtracking on the dismembered now. He transferred 2 of his Texas homes to his mother. Now, this guy was getting some serious money, okay? He had 5 billion streams when this all went down. He was getting to the bag. He was getting millions. He apparently got a $3 million advance. He's making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars every single month from his music career. He's got multiple homes in Texas. He's getting it, okay? He's getting to the bag. But apparently, according to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, and TMZ be getting all the fresh stuff off the presses, man, the singer transferred the deeds to 2 Houston area residents he owns under a trust to his mother. David made the changes on September the 18th and September the 22nd, and the 18th was the very same day that the cops were called to one of his homes for the swatting incident. The caller, who was apparently using a device to mask their voice, falsely reported a shooting and said that there was a dead female victim, okay? It looks like his parents and his siblings are already living in one of the homes. When cops showed up for the swatting call, his parents answered the door and told police that David's younger brother and sister were upstairs, okay? The LAPD executed a search warrant at the LA home where David was renting, where he was living, on September the 17th, and then they're just going to recap and rehash all of the stuff that we already know. But that is an interesting development, okay? He's putting properties into his parents' name. Who knows? Who knows if there's a civil suit?
He didn't do that. He didn't do that yesterday. He's doing that. They found her what? What day did they find her? September 10th or something like that?
All right, when we saw the
8th, something like that. And this happened on the 18th.
Simpson situation, unfortunately, you know, the family of not just...
Shout out Fernando on the check-ins, Luz.
You know, not just O.J. Simpson's wife, Nicole, ex-wife Nicole, or whatever, yeah, however you want to call it. There was another man who lost his life that night, Ron Goldman, and his family went to war with O.J. Simpson. Yeah, O.J. beat the criminal trial, but they whooped him in a civil case for being responsible for the death, and they chased him to the grave, trying to get money out of him, trying to get basically any profiteering that he was doing. O.J. tried to write a book. If I really did it, this is how I would have done it. And they said, hey, no pennies moving through them accounts until we get our taste, because we're not allowing you to just basically just ride off into the sunset and make millions of dollars. So it's possible that this move is actually being done for the same reason, because who knows if a civil suit is coming for this Celeste thing, right? So this is going around in the r/entertainment subreddit, okay? This isn't the David subreddits, right? This isn't confined to the David sphere, as he said, the David universe, as he was saying, okay? People are reacting. It says, I feel as if my I am definitely not a murderer t-shirt is prompting questions which are frankly answered by the shirts. Okay, they got a good sense of humor over in here. People are saying he definitely did it. No other reason to be doing this other than expecting something really bad happening. Yeah, like an expensive court battle. I think he probably did it, but guilty or not, it is not going to be cheap. People are saying there's only so much he and his lawyers can do to draw out a criminal case. If they intentionally obfuscate, that's a big word, man. I'll get my dictionary out for that one. Or delay, it will piss off the judge. So he got a lot of bread. He's going to need to spend a lot of money on lawyers. He already allegedly is spending a lot of money on lawyers, and it could get much worse. People saying this is a tough one. On one hand, it's his girlfriend found in a car that he abandoned, but on the other hand, he says he didn't do it. Truly a mystery.
He hasn't said anything. He ain't said he didn't do it. He hasn't said a word. Not yet. He said nothing. I ain't heard him say nothing. He playing video games and shit. He ain't got time to be talking.
People are saying caveat his underage girlfriend. Okay, people are saying I'm still innocent until proven guilty guy. But, David, you ain't looking too hot right now. Innocent in the eyes of the law, but suspicious as F. Okay, they're saying, why do they call every black artist a rapper? I think that is actually interesting because a lot of people have been calling him a rapper, but he's a singer. He's an R&B dude, all right? He ain't a rapper, but it doesn't really matter, okay? Pointing out her age. People are saying, I have no idea how he hasn't been arrested now. Police are struggling to find non-circumstantial evidence. The body was badly decomposed, which doesn't help. Okay, can't wait to see this loser's interrogation on YouTube. That is going to be a crazy day, man. When his interrogation comes out,
I don't think I could have ever dreamed I'd be here.
Looking forward to this Christy Martin movie.
Get ready, honey. Chrissy Martin's gonna knock you out.
You should grow your hair long. You'd look prettier.
They're gonna get us clapped.
And it's a state case, so we might actually get our hands on that at one point. I don't know if California will be releasing interrogation videos. It says at this point he's all lawyered up, so he likely knows it's much better than to actually talk. But the question is, will he make a song about it? They're saying the Explore With Us video on David is going to be good. Okay, and it definitely is going to be crazy. They're saying this dude's an idiot. It's giving that he's going to turn himself in, but he wants to get rid of all his assets so her family doesn't get anything in restitution, or he's going to go on the run and doesn't want to have his money frozen. People are saying, I think the police aren't arresting anyone because they know they effed up on their end when the news came out that 911 was called multiple times to her family home before she even ran away. Everyone failed her. Who knows? Maybe the police are trying to cover their back for not acting in the way that...
Everyone failed her. No real truth has been spoken.
That they maybe should have, okay? But over in the David 2 subreddit, they're reacting to this news, okay? Not going to lie, it's been dry, okay? It's been dry over in the subreddits about David. Everyone's looking for new information. This is actually, for such small news, this has got a big response, okay? It's got 135 comments. It says, why would that need to happen unless you know you're not going to be able to take care of those homes soon? It said, in case he gets sued, he technically won't have any assets, but apparently this act is illegal. It's called fraudulent conveyance. Not sure why they would do this, being that one of the parents works in the legal field. What if the...
Well, it sounds dumb to me, but... whatever, they seeing you do it. It's out in the open. It's a paper trail. I see what you're doing. And we taking that off the table.
Trust already included the parents, but it still looks fishy, of course. People are saying there was a deleted post because it doxed where David was staying in Texas and the car he was driving, likely talking about this. It's likely he knows he's going to be arrested soon and is moving his assets around. Maybe it's for when he's out of money and they can't foreclose on his house. Okay, it says this is wrong on so many levels. They're literally stalking our subreddit. Somebody says, I didn't believe it before, but I think they do check the sub and then maybe fact check LMAO, because why didn't they publish...
Shout out Fernando. I agree. Judge can still claw back those properties. I believe it.
Publish this sooner before people came out with this info on here. The only person actually coming out with this new info is that private investigator guy. Okay. This guy said, I already posted on Reddit that his house was under a trust, and I even alluded to it having something to do with his music, the name of the trust. If you knew the name, you would know that it was him who came up with it. There would be no denying who made up the name of the trust, but it was already in place back in 2023, so TMZ is late to the party. I already disclosed the house was under trust on Reddit previously. TMZ is late, LOL, but to be fair, I did not look up his parents' house they live in now, which is a few miles away from where we live. I live 8 miles from David's house and the house. His parents live a few miles more up the road from us, so honestly I didn't really care to look, you know, because it didn't really spark my interest. You know, it's his family, but I might get bored perhaps and look through the county records just to see. I found his family's names through other public records. That's how I found out his dad is not an attorney like David said he was in a previous interview. I looked up licenses on the Texas State Bar. I feel like I'm repeating myself 500 times, but anyway, I'm a local here. I've lived here for 16 years, but I never knew David lived 8 miles from me until he was linked to her death in the news. David, man, you got the locals. Even the locals are looking into you, man.
The locals is on your ass right now, all right? Shout out Raven on the check-in. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming through.
This is not good, okay? It's not good, all right? Not looking good. I don't think he's done one thing that was...
a sneaky bitch hiding his assets.
Extremely suspicious since they found Celeste. I wonder why an innocent person would do this. Sarcasm, by the way. Okay, sure, his legal team probably advised him not to say anything, but his actions are definitely suspect as hell. Is this in any way going to be able to be used as evidence for the trial, or would it be considered unrelated? I guess when your label isn't paying you and your career's falling apart for being a gross human, all he's left with are the assets that he wants to try and keep. People saying, yeah, this is illegal. He's so guilty, gearing up for civil suits. I bet that's what people are saying. They're saying, wonder if this will be the second O.J. Simpson trial, in that it can't be proved that David killed Celeste, but he can be found responsible for her death. That's crazy. Okay, so this post, you know, it's piquing a lot of people's interest. It's one of the few bits of information that we seem to have had from David's camp. People are saying, why would he change the ownership to his mother's house? 2 of the properties that were in his name have been transferred into a trust registered under his mother's name. I have a feeling something significant is about to happen. It just feels like he's preparing for something, like he knows he's going to lose
everything. Yeah, but if he's been doing that shit since September 18th, then he's been knew the shit's going to hit the fan. He's just waiting for the fan.
everything and wants to make sure his family is taken care of. Perhaps trying to block out losing the house to a civil suit. Even if he manages to get off with criminal charges, he could be found liable in civil court. People say, I don't know why, but mama made me chuckle. Okay, it's nothing funny about this. Maybe he's setting everything up for his family before the grand finale. My guts are telling me confession will follow. Sometimes I believe he wanted us to know. I feel like he's going to himself, okay?
Nah, I
yeah, a
feel
lot
like
of people
if he was gonna do that, he would have done that shit already. If he was gonna take himself out, he would have done that shit already.
thought that, man. Lol, they can do this all they want. My ex owns a home and owes me 60 grand in child support. It doesn't matter, especially when it's not a primary house. Say they have 3 homes. First is open to scrutiny on whether you can pierce the veil for his parents' interests. It's hard to take away sometimes someone's primary home in Texas. However, second and third houses, good luck, David. Also, why isn't your lawyer doing that for you? Interscope didn't hook you up with asset management lawyers like R. Kelly and Diddy. His lawyer is trying to only keep him out of jail, not managing assets, which seems like a big issue for innocence. Civil suits incoming no matter what Interscope David, maybe his parents, I'd guess his parents too. Civil suits get you a lot of leeway in regard to getting answers, and it can also lead to criminal charges because you're sworn in. Lie? Perjury. Take the 5th? Sus, because what did you do that you can't incriminate yourself on? Who's saying death?
Shut up, Fernando. At this point, civil lawsuit is the least of his worries. Yeah, man. I don't see him smoking himself at this point, and I think he's just waiting to see how the cookie crumbles. He's waiting to see if he gets his lucky star, and they can't prove that it was him. But you got to answer for being with the underage girl. You got to answer for a lot of shit still. There's a lot of levels to this story.
Definitely preparing for.
It's kind of ridiculous and fucking disturbing.
Something. Okay. Says, well, he won't be living there. He's about to get a nice studio apartment with a roommate, maybe for life. So good for them. Okay. The only other post that I've seen in the David subreddit that I thought was
gonna be in jail singing and shit like R. Kelly and shit.
interesting was this one, where they're basically saying that this was the show that he played on September the 9th, a day after the body was found in his car. They're saying, I bet this piece of S was nervous as F. He had a...
But he's usually crying at his shows. He didn't cry that night. She been gone. He been over it.
Stupid, sheepish grin and sunglasses on the whole time during the show, and people are saying he looks sus. All right, I ain't gonna lie, he looks pretty normal there if you ask me. But yeah, this. Oh my god. Oh my.
Shit out of bed.
God, that's actually wild. I'm not even going to read that. But look, okay, this is an interesting development. I do think that it's highly possible that there will be a civil case coming. Okay, maybe it's a protection of assets thing. Maybe it's a just stay out the way. Don't want more people having scrutiny of where he's living. Maybe he's going to live somewhere else privately. He's going to try and stay out of the spotlight. I really just wonder what this guy's day-to-day life is like. No doubt he's tapped in. He's definitely on the Reddit. He's definitely on Discord, you know. Well, in my opinion, he's probably just chilling, kicking back, reading Reddit, watching videos, watching some of the Trapmore Ross videos about this situation, probably checking out Turkey Tom's video, Patrick CC's video, probably leaving a little cheeky comment here and there. It actually is wild, okay? It's crazy. I would love to know what his life has been like over the last few weeks, what he's dealing with. That's not me.
Kids like him are so fucking arrogant. He's probably had a behind-the-scenes camera on him the whole time, so that he can drop his behind-the-scenes. You know what I mean? I don't doubt it. I ain't gonna put that past nobody right now. Not in 2025. What?
Having sympathy or anything like that. I just want to know how this guy's moving. Like, what is he doing all day? Is he recording music? Is he chilling with his family? Is he having fun? Is he just freaking out? Is he crying all day, every day? Is he preparing his assets? Is he... It's bizarre. I really, really wonder what he's getting up to. But look, okay, that's the latest update. Apparently he's moving around his assets. That could be a sign of something big to come. We're still all waiting for an update from the police, but it's possible we might not hear anything ever. This might end up being a cold case.
Fuck.
And really, that would actually...
What? That would be everybody go home and get your fucking shine.
Go home and get your fucking shine box.
If this ends up a cold case, everybody, man, go get your fucking shine box.
actually be a massive disappointment in the authorities to not even be able to solve this thing and give the family some kind of closure. But anyway, if I hear anything else, I'll be sure to let you guys know. All right, we're on 24-hour David watch over here. Okay, some people are on EDP watch. I'm on David watch. All right, I'm straight David timing. Okay, anything that happens, I ain't seeing nothing move without updating you guys. Okay, so I'll be here to update you diligently on everything going on.
Well, thank you very much, Trapper Ross. 100% shot. Given all his actions, I bet he's recording himself.
Old Soul sent $25. Salutes CHIL. Salutes chat. Have one of each.
Shout out Old Soul on the check-in with $25 power chat. Salute Shah-Il. Salute chat. Have one of each. Salute, sir. I appreciate you. Will do. 100% shot. Given all his actions, I bet he's recording himself. I don't doubt it one bit. I don't doubt it, not even a little bit, that he's recording himself going through this process. I do not doubt it. Arrogance is crazy. If it turns out to be a cold case, there's some heads need to roll, and then some. And then some. We're going to go on a month. Well, we've already passed a month since she was found. Where we at? It's the 10th. But come on, man. This is crazy. A cold case? How? How, Sway? Do we know why this little girl was with this man? We do not. So much time with him. Where were the parents? They could walk away with a payday happy and not care. Well, a lot of people have been bringing up the parents and saying that it's quite possible that they were quiet for a benefit. Allegedly. By people. Who these people are, I don't know. All I know is the little girl would bounce. We've seen footage of her. We've seen her missing posters. She went missing once. Well, they say 3 times, but once she came back, then she went again, and that was it. She is on a live stream with him. If they identify her and say, that's her on the live stream, what else you need? What is she doing? Why is he harboring a runaway?
Certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop.
So there's a lot of those whys. Supposedly the father wasn't around. Supposedly the family would look for her. I don't know. There's too many unanswered questions in this case. Too many. Way too many. But she got left behind by everybody. He want to have a record of his madness. I believe he's filming himself. I believe he's that arrogant. I believe he is chomping at the bit and dying to get on the internet and speak. You know? If you're not the answer, you got the answers. It's despicable shit. There was no iTab back then, but I knew absolutely at all times where my sister. But I knew absolutely at all times where my sisters were at. No such thing as sneaking out ass whoopings if they tried. Facts. Not every household do it like that, and some kids are much more resourceful than others. It'd be so sad and a massive law enforcement fail if they can't close this case, man. The frustration runs deep. And again, if you're not the answer, you got the answers. Figure it out. Tell me something, motherfucker. Tell me something. All right, let me get my drink. Let me see. Let me check the Discord, see if we got something else we could put on the agenda while I drink my drinks. See what we got here. All right, there's been a new image hit the internet of. Shout out Tops on the check-in. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming through. Y'all tell me who this is while I go get my drink. Tell me in the chat. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. Who's that? Supposed new picture of somebody we ain't seen in a long, long time. That, my friends, is supposedly. Well, y'all tell me who y'all think it is, man. All right, salute Tops on the check-in. We've been here 2 hours and 10 minutes. Covered a couple of things already. Covered the David situation. Shout out to Oso. 5%. Sugar-free. Mango. Hit different. All right. And chill situation over here. Shout out Oso, always coming through. No guesses in the chat who this is. Take a wild guess. Who this is allegedly? We're going on a year with this situation in Sinaloa. A lot of bodies, a lot of oppression. The people been stuck for a long time. We got Rocha hiding out. Shout out Tops. I was asking ChatGPT. What did it tell you? What did ChatGPT tell you? Did it give you an answer? I wonder. I wonder what answer it would give. Shout out Jizzle. He said Ivan. Fernando said one of Chapo's sons. I'm interested in what ChatGPT had to say. All right, supposedly. No, told me it was unable to identify. He would love that answer. He would love that answer. Supposedly, that is IAG, Ivan Archibaldo Guzman, son of Pocha and leader of the Chapitos. Is it LaBarbie with some facial work? Shout out Eddie Jimenez. No. LaBarbie's still in the system. What they say, he's a preacher now? This is supposedly the latest image of Ivan Archibaldo Guzman. I'll pull up another image. The last image that we saw him get rescued from, was it from prison? Or capture? I don't recall. It's too much betrayal. I can't keep it all together. Okay, but we'll find the other image of him, much younger, and probably the most known image of him, which is this one right here. All right, boom. That's a young Ivan Archibaldo, and supposedly that other image is the newest picture of him that we have. All right. From what I've heard through the grapevine, the guy who put this picture out, supposedly, one of y'all told me, I believe in the Discord, that his channel, his Twitter got knocked down. All right, I didn't put his tag up there, and the person that said this said that word is and rumor is that Miko Trevino, from Cartel Insider or Cartel, I forget what the hell the site's called. No, Cartel Insider, yeah, from Cartel Insider, who I have my issues with his quote unquote journalism, got dude's channel knocked down. Now we know that guy allegedly seems to have a bias, and supposedly dude's channel got knocked down, but this is the newest picture we've seen. We did see one picture of him that looks like he's under surveillance, and I do believe it matches up to this, but there he is. That's just a quick tidbit between stories while I got my drinks. All right. What else we got? Y'all want to do a body cam before we get out of here? Hundreds up in the chat. ICE agent goes viral for arresting local official. Yeah, we know her. She from the hood. All right, let me stop these recordings. He would like to hear that ChatGPT don't know that's him. Adds to the anonymity. Shout out to Osos. Salutes. It's a shot.
Don Giulini Setentini te pone hasta el culini. Un shot, due shot.
Coño, man. Shout out Jizzle. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. All right, let's see what we got here. No, that ain't it. Again, we got a lot of stuff in the can that's going to drop all week long. Salute Tops. Cheers. Appreciate you. Shout out Zoraida. Newest pick. He put on some weight or got some work done as well. Probably both. Probably both. Most likely both. But yeah, we got a lot of videos dropping this week. We're hitting up the protest on the 18th. I thought it was this Saturday, so it's the 18th. We'll give it a shot. Again, if I'm not booked for nothing, I thought it was tomorrow. That's that No Kings joint, right? Welcome back, Young Jizzle. Glad you got you back with your normal self. Appreciate you for being here, sir.
The officers were busy talking. She took off with the car. These are the crazy...
Alright, let's just check this one out for fun. Again, we in overtime. I'm chilling. Shit, that's probably why GPT can't recognize him. There's only maybe 3-4 pictures of him that are widely known out there, you know what I'm saying, on the internet. And then you won't see them for, years at a time. And again, they'll add some weight, they'll add some plastic surgery, and they keep it moving. All right? Or they wear masks. All right? We've been talking about masked motherfuckers all day long. Shout out Young Jizzle. Let's get it.
Easiest police encounters ever. A police officer arrested this guy for driving under the influence.
What is that? 1-8. I seen this one. This guy's funny. Stupid. These are the guys that I'm arguing with in the fucking chat. These kind of motherfuckers right here.
What does that mean?
Means you were higher than twice the legal limit.
Twice the legal minute? No, mommy's wait.
Oh! Oh! Bruh. Hold on. Buddy got caught in the cut. There was just a little slice, a little sliver of space for him not to lose his legs. We're going to slow that shit down. Is it this one right here? He couldn't handle the turn. What happened? He shit the bed. Look, I sped it up. Let's slow that shit down. 25. Let's get it. He's drifting. He's drifting. He's like, what's up, shorty? Let me get that number. I'll holler at you later. He seen it. She couldn't move fast enough, or he couldn't move fast enough. Boom! Bruh, the only space allowed on the planet for him was that space right there. It was the only safe place for him. And Buddy landed right there. That's crazy. One more game. Let's see. One, 2, 3, 4. Bruh. His back leg, the car just missed his back leg. Had he not took that 4th step, wiped out. What's crazy is that his instinct didn't tell him, because for him it was easy. All he had to do from that car door was jump over that barricade. That's it. From right there, he could have just jumped over the barricade. But he didn't do that. He went the long way and still got saved. The car came over and towards him. He lost a step with that distance. It would have ate him. All he had to do was get over that barricade. Crazy.
This cop was texting and driving when he ran into someone who was jumping.
We saw this one on the Ill Crimes channel. Drop the link to the Ill Crimes channel right here. And he didn't run into nobody. They ran into him, but he was definitely texting. He's like, hey, baby, you'll be ready for me when I come home?
Curb.
And then, ¡Guacata!
Si la cagó, mira, hija. ¡Ah!
Single attempt.
Did the cop see the car coming? He did. Once it was smoking and screeching, he saw it. He saw it. He had some time. Wait. What was that? Buddy's not going to jail tonight. He said, fuck the rotors. We riding these rotors till this axle fall off. Let's get it.
Someone was arrested and placed in the front seat of a police car. When the officers were busy talking, she took off with the car.
What is she doing?
Oh, y'all a couple stupid, dumb motherfuckers, huh?
I'm in your bubble. I'm in your bubble.
What is she doing? She taking off with your shit, stupid. Look, they're like, yeah, we got her. All right. Why is she in the front seat anyway? And look at her. She got that schemer brain. Look at her brain scheming. She's like, hold on. The keys right there. Seats right there. I'm itty bitty. I just got to hop over this computer console. These guys got their hands chilling in their nipple pockets. And she take off on their dumb asses. There's a couple dum-dums right there. They're going to lose their fucking job.
Your services are no longer needed in the community. Who the bomber clot?
Arrested and placed in the front seat of a police car. When the officers were busy talking, she took off with the car.
What is she doing?
Stop!
David 136, suspect just stole my vehicle.
They were able to...
No. Stop!
David 136, suspect just stole my vehicle.
They were able to eventually catch her.
This will be tougher to steal. This is one of our updated hard to steal models.
Updated hard to steal model? How about your dumbass don't put her in the front seat? Huh? He trying to save face right there. He don't want nobody to know that he played the pendejo. He thought she was cute. He thought he was going to be all right. Shout out Fernando for the Venmo. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. They better go on with that bullshit. Yeah, she was gone on their ass. Out of there. Buddy's on top of a squad car right here?
Police officer.
It'll be tougher to steal. This is one of our updated...
This is one of our updated back seats, dumbass. You didn't need no updated car to keep her from stealing it. You need to keep her ass in the back seat. Go get your fucking shine
Go home
box.
and get your fucking shine box.
Hard to steal models.
This police officer had no idea that the person they just arrested was on top of their car.
Bro, who you texting with? You don't know, buddy. Somehow slid out of a window, the back seat of a whip, a police whip, that's basically a cage with no room. He's sitting on top of your shit like a bird. Fire. Everybody straight to jail.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
Roku's self-serve ads platform. It's easier than ever with Ads Manager. Sign up today.
It bothered us too that your employees weren't taking full advantage of their retirement plans, so Vanguard created...
Every time this guy...
I don't think it had a sunroof. I don't think it had a sunroof.
Hard to steal models.
This police officer had no idea that the person they just arrested was on top of their car.
I don't think it was a sunroof.
If you had a gun, you probably...
Every time this guy gets pulled over, he asks the police to sign his car.
Alright, man. Have a good one.
The police came to arrest this guy hiding in a hotel room, but he had other plans instead.
You just keep putting your...
I remember this dork.
Don't tense up, man. Don't tense up, man. Where you going?
Oh, shit.
They were chasing a
What's wrong with
suspect,
that
and
cop?
instead of
Hold
climbing
on,
over the
hold on,
fence,
hold
this
on.
cop decided to run straight through it.
What's wrong with that car? Why is he dangling like that?
They were chasing a suspect, and instead of climbing over the fence, this cop decided to run straight through it.
He's going westbound on foot. Westbound on foot. There we go.
He said, fuck that fence. Fuck that fence.
This is Sparta! On foot. Westbound on foot. This is Sparta!
No, he definitely got skills to get up on top of of a police car while it's riding and not be noticed. That's the crazy shit. Ooh, I hope he eats shit just because that's what they do. They want to take your vehicle. They want to dog it. They want to treat it like shit. Well, then you should get what you got coming to you. Scrape face. Road rash of some sort. And they all sent them off. Nobody else got on there. He's like, yeah, I had 10 of these when I was a kid. As bad
as that might have looked, he wasn't hurt. This person...
Adios, pendejo.
Take that shit, stupid.
As bad as that might have looked, he wasn't hurt. This person was in jail and tried recording a police officer.
No, I'm in jail, you guys. I'm in jail. I'm in jail.
Oh, what the? What? Oh, cover, bro. Whoa!
The police received a tip that some thieves are going to steal items from a store.
But what was that? The police rammed her?
Guys, I'm in jail. I'm in jail.
Oh, what the? What? Oh, cover, bro. Whoa!
The police received a tip that some thieves are going to...
That don't have to be the police. DMX used to do that shit all the time. Hit the lights on a motherfucker. No, nothing but pavement. Ate that shit.
Steal items from a store and bring them out the back door, so they simply waited for them to come out.
Gotcha, bitch.
Who to? Ooh, he's snitching. Everybody, he's snitching. Hey, dude, get back.
The police had to go to this guy's home.
I don't believe that was real.
Because he failed to show up to court.
Hey, dude, get back.
The police had to go to this guy's home because he failed to show up to court.
What'd I do?
You missed court.
No, I didn't.
Romaine, stop, all right? We're not going to play this with you, all right?
Come on, bro. I'm playing 2K. Y'all blinded.
Okay, come on. You're in the Hold on, let's go.
All right, let me put on some clothes.
This officer got a call about an alligator at their front door.
Alligator gonna eat his ass. Little tiny alligator, but it's gonna get him. Boy pulled the death roll on him. Trying to get his ass.
This man was very confused when he opened his front door and found a bag of milk taped to it. He looked at the security footage and saw that a police officer put it there.
I'll be out at Unit 303 references call still, guys.
The police department released a statement saying that the officer was simply returning the bag of milk to who they believed was the owner.
Get the fuck out of here. What was that about? That's some weird voodoo shit right there. What? Hey folks, we wanted to take a minute and clear the air. We've gotten a few questions from our local media partners today, which we've answered. But we wanted to come to our social media page and clear things up right here because of the amount of attention it's gotten. One of our officers was called to the 5200 block of Bangor Avenue yesterday at 7:37 p.m. for a check subject call. The officer spoke with the caller who told him someone specific left the bag with an opaque white liquid that appeared to be milk on their door, and they wanted the officer to return it to what they believed was the correct apartment. So our officer did just that. What? Although the officer thought he was doing a good deed based off the video footage captured, we recognized this was not the best course of action. We apologize for any confusion the video may have caused without knowing the full story. That's some weirdo shit right there.
Meant that a police officer put it there. This man was very confused when he opened his front door and found a bag of milk taped to it. He looked at the security footage and saw that a police officer put it there.
I'll be out at Unit 303 references call still, guys.
The police department released a statement saying that the officer was simply returning the bag of milk to who they believed was the owner.
Closest to the pin for an ultra.
This cop pulled over his boss that was going 96 miles per hour in a 35 zone.
I just clocked this up at 96 in a 35.
Really? Oh, we saw this one too. El Jefecito. Huh? El Jefecito shit the bed.
He then proceeded to give him a ticket.
Gone on there.
The police were trying to catch some suspects that ran away into a forest, so this officer pretended that he had a canine unit ready to go.
Don't make us release our canine!
Oh, hell no. He did the fake bark and Buddy fell for that shit.
The strategy actually worked. After a few minutes, the suspects gave up and turned themselves in.
Come on, man.
No mommy's wait.
What the fuck?
Police officers pulled over a man that was driving under the influence. They noticed something moving in the trunk and told him to open it up. They were making fun of her because her uniform was too small.
They couldn't find any smaller gear for you?
They were him to open it up. Driving under the influence. They noticed something moving in the trunk and told him to open it up.
Well, she got a deer in the back of that shit? She wildin'. That bark sound like Scooby-Doo. That sound like a dumbass Scooby-Doo. But it worked.
They were making fun of her because her uniform was too small.
They couldn't find any smaller gear for you? You barely fit in that.
A police officer told their dog to attack the suspect, but the dog was a little confused because they couldn't find anyone threatening.
Put your hands up back of your head now! Right now! Fora! Hey!
I told you that dumbass dog ain't there for nothing but to scratch cars. Alright? Dude wasn't threatening at all, so the dog went right past him. Come on, that's Bradley right there from accounting.
Because they couldn't find anyone threatening.
Put your hands up back of your head now! Right now! Fora! Hey! Rocco, here! Hit! Rocco! No! Rocco!
That dog is everywhere. That dog don't give a shit. He's like, okay, which way do I go? George? Which way? This guy's got his hands in his pocket. Why you guys want me to bite this fucking guy, man? He's built like Shane Gillis, man. This guy might be funny.
Right now! Fora! Hey! Rocco, here! Hit! Rocco! No! Rocco!
A police officer walked in right...
They got Rocco the fuck out of here. They fired Rocco's ass, boy. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so.
when a robbery was happening. The suspect obviously was caught and was sent to jail. Her K9 unit thought it would be a good idea to jump off this bridge. Her K9 was happening. A police officer walked in right when a robbery was happening. The suspect obviously was caught and was sent to jail. Her K9 unit thought it would be a good idea to jump off this bridge.
Oh! Fuck wrong with this dog, man? Hey, I told you those dogs ain't sniffing shit. They are there to scratch up the paint on your whip when you get pulled over.
This driver...
What is wrong with this dog? Fuck
The
this job.
Her K9 unit thought it would be a good idea to jump off this bridge.
I can't stand this bitch.
This driver got a police officer to race him.
Oh my god. He wants to race.
Better not beat him. If you beat him, you're popped.
Someone was driving when they hit a bobcat with their car. The bobcat was somehow completely unharmed, but was...
That's crazy to have a whole bobcat in the grill of your whip. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. You better get... These police don't know what they're doing. You better get some animal specialists out here. Get the crocodile hunter out this motherfucker.
Stuck inside the front of the car.
Pissed too.
These police officers were gathering information about this woman's car that was recently stolen.
That's my car. That is? That was my car. Are you kidding me?
No shit. Come on, hurry up, officer.
Yeah.
Oh, ate that shit.
Grip, stability, precision. That's the essence of driving. Lawfin.
Here. Oh, police on his ass.
Officer, arrest me! Now! Arrest me, officer!
A police officer pulled over this other police officer for speeding.
What? I am going into work, my man.
We did this on Ill Crimes too. I'm going to work, my man. Don't slow me down when I'm headed to serve and protect. I'll break any laws that I have to get there on time. What are we talking about?
Why are you trying to pull me over as I'm going into work?
Because you're going 80 and a 45.
I am going into work.
Okay, what are you going to work for?
What does it look like I am dressed for?
What
does it look like I am dressed for?
My name is Deputy Hilton and they see your driver's license.
No.
Okay.
The police officer was charged with resisting an officer, reckless driving, and eluding law enforcement. The police officer then later turned himself in to be arrested and was fired. They couldn't believe it.
That was a dum-dum right there, boy. He was on straight bullshit.
Bullshit.
When they saw a police officer, Papa wheeled himself in to be arrested and was fired. They couldn't believe it when they saw a police officer, Papa Wheelie. These cops pulled him over under the suspicion that he was driving while intoxicated, so he started juggling to prove that he wasn't.
Hey man, some motherfuckers could juggle when they're high and drunk. Some can't drive at the same time. Some can't walk, some can't talk. You know those guys that pull out the bolsita and their mouth get all and they can't talk no more? Yeah, like that.
The police were changing the locks when they suddenly realized that...
Meanwhile, that juggling convinces the cops. They let him go, and he runs somebody down in the street. That's so sad. Protect wildlife. That bobcat was going to try to eat their ass.
The suspicion that he was driving while intoxicated, so he started juggling to prove that he wasn't. The police were changing the locks when they suddenly realized that they were at the wrong house.
Hello? Hello? What are you doing?
We're here.
There should be some kind of law against that, man. You can't get the wrong house. Oh, it's a mistake, Shy. You can't make those mistakes. You carry weapons. You carry hammers, bad attitudes, and ideologies. You should not have the wrong house. You should not. Ever. And it happens all too often. All too often.
To finalize the eviction.
What eviction?
It was posted a week ago. It was posted last week.
I am caught up on my bills. Nobody has served me an eviction notice.
Hey, we do apologize. We have the wrong house. It's the next door neighbor.
He decided that swimming away from the police...
Get off my porch, stupid.
Eviction notice.
Hey, we do apologize. We have the wrong house. It's the next door neighbors.
He decided that swimming away from the police was the best option.
Oh, I'm gone. That was the fastest getaway I've ever seen in my life.
That swimming away from the police was the best option. This guy put a bag of donuts on a fishing pole in front of these cops.
Chocolate.
This guy was enjoying his morning coffee when this happened on his front lawn.
That's it, man. Smoking a square, having my cafecito. Next thing I know, all hell breaks loose in the front yard. It's my grass, man. Somebody gotta fix my grass.
A man was taken to court for a sentencing of his crimes when he suddenly sprinted and made an escape.
Gone on there. Boom. That cop was committed, made the move, misjudged it by a step. Hold on, we gotta see this in slow motion quickly before we watch the whole thing. All right, check this dive, boy. He almost broke his neck. Thought he had him. Oh, gotta be quicker than that. Boom. Lo cagó el gallo.
Sí la cagó, mira, hizo.
Said, oh shit, Ted.
This family's house was on fire and they had been and made an escape. This family's house was on fire and they had basically no sense of urgency and the police officer was getting frustrated.
You need to get out! I'm gonna break the window, watch out! You gotta get out! I can't let you get hurt. Oh. Just what?
He handing the car. He handing the Mountain Dews and shit. They ready to burn up in there?
We gotta get you out of here, buddy. Why? What for? Because the house is on fire, man.
Oh shit! You in trouble, Papa. You in trouble. You knocked a tough guy cop off his motorcycle with your bike. I believe this is him right here doing the wheelie on a turn. He asking for trouble.
We gotta get you out of here, buddy. Why? What for? Because the house is on fire, man.
Cop took a moment to think. He's like, do I shoot him?
The police came.
Shout out Zoraida, I agree. A law with compensation. That's some BS. Fuck your apology. Yeah, don't show up at the wrong crib, bro.
Came to stop the.
That cop wanted to smoke.
The police came to stop these protesters, but they got stuck in the mud. The mud appeared to have no effect on the wizard whatsoever. These police officers were looking for a fugitive on the run, but lost him somewhere in the neighborhood. They asked one of the homeowners through their doorbell camera if they know where he went.
See if your camera picked up any motion.
He's in my trash can. He's in my dumpster in my
Where's that at?
backyard.
Uh-oh.
He's in my trash can by my garage.
Get out!
This police officer grabbed some random child's bicycle to try and chase down a suspect.
Did you see a guy on a scooter?
Get the fuck out of here. That's stealing, man.
Yeah, you thought we were gonna catch you, were we, huh?
The police couldn't get this guy that was in a wheelchair to pull over. The police were sitting there waiting for this guy that was trying to sneak out of this bank.
This guy shit the bed real bad, real dumb. And
Get out. Get out.
hey, excuse me. Hey, that guy look familiar. He got a mask on. He might be a Cartel leader.
Get out. Get out.
Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. Is that okay to pet?
A very concerned neighbor called the police because they thought there was a dead body in this woman's car.
So we got a call. Somebody's concerned. Are you like a hairstylist?
No.
So there's like hair hanging out of your tongue?
Oh my Jesus.
Someone's like...
Oh, that's my weave. Oh, hold on. That's my wig. Hold on.
Yeah, see, that's very suspect right there. Right? That would be some calls to the 911 operator right there. You got some explaining to do, lady.
This guy was just released from prison, but his family asked some police officers to pretend that he was getting arrested again.
Yes, my guy. Hello.
How you doing?
Oh.
That shit ain't funny, man. All right? I was in jail.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
That's not something that you do to me. I just got out of jail.
This police officer did not like how fast this biker was going.
I tell you what, that cop cold on that bike. One-handed, he gave him the Matumbo. No.
Officer did not like how fast this biker was going.
Turned off.
The suspect was running from police when these cows tracked him down.
So he's in a field. He's actually being chased by some cows at the moment.
The cows actually pushed the suspect towards the police where he was arrested.
Yeah, if you walk up that track, I'll tell you when you're near him.
Thank you,
Caught by a bunch of fat cows.
Thank the cows.
This guy found a tactical way to escape from the police.
Jiu-jitsu. Oh! Pull the blade move.
This police officer
Angles.
tried to stop
You
a...
gotta use the angles, Papas. He used the angles on them.
Thank the cows.
This guy found a tactical way to escape from the police.
Cut the corner.
This police officer tried to stop a crocodile with a towel.
Good luck. Yeah. That cow,
These police officers were...
that towel could have been you.
These police officers received a call that there was a home intruder in their house.
Police, let me see your hand. That's a deer. It's a deer. It's a deer.
Oh.
There we go.
She had a crush on this police officer.
Imagine how much the deer tore up the house and then the police tore up the house. It's crazy.
There we go.
She had a crush on this police officer.
Officer Pavlakis, I want to thank you for your service and thank you for pulling me over, okay? Anytime. Okay, you could pull me over again.
The police were looking for a suspect and last saw him running towards his house.
Man, another one. One step.
This cop was getting bullied by some turkeys.
Get out of the road. One step, and it would have been a wrap for Shorty. Let's see this in slow-mo. Buddy already saw it. She has no clue what's coming. Ooh, skinned her ass, okay? Skinned her ass.
This cop was getting bullied by some turkeys.
Get out of the road.
And they're like, shut your bitch ass up, man. Gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
I think I'll be okay.
I'm surprised he ain't go home with 3 turkeys. Pat, pat, pat.
These cops went to go save this horse from a fire, but the issue was that this horse refused to move.
Come on, boy. Out. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
That horse ain't been that warm in years. Horse realistically probably terrified and traumatized right now.
Come on, boy. Come on. Come on, Christian. I'm trying. Come on, Christian. Help us pull. Help us. Help us pull.
Lady, get from behind it. It might be your horse and everything, but that horse freaking out right now. He'll give you a cocotazo, it'll be a wrap for you.
Come on.
Damn, they just let him go. Now that's it. They'll find him 4 counties down.
The police arrested this guy, and when they checked his pants, they saw that it was filled with hamsters.
Animal abuse.
What the heck? I got your...
Yo. His pants are full of hamsters, y'all. The fuck?
Multiple gerbils.
In his pants.
Multiple gerbils recovered.
This police officer...
That cop wouldn't be so happy if he knew what was going on with them gerbils.
Multiple gerbils.
In his pants.
Multiple gerbils.
Yo, we live in a crazy world, boy. Y'all remember the old rumor? It was a rumor. There was many gerbil rumors about Richard Gere.
Recovered.
This police officer agreed to let a magic 8-ball decide whether the driver gets a ticket or not.
Oh, officer, let's leave it up to magic 8-ball chance whether I get a ticket or not.
Covered.
This police officer agreed to let a magic 8-ball decide whether the driver gets a ticket or not.
Outlook good. Oh! That you're gonna get a ticket? No, I said I won't get a ticket. There you go.
The Chevy Equinox is more than an SUV. It's your safety check.
Whoa.
A group of snowplow drivers worked together to stop a suspect that the police were chasing.
And we are on a roadblock with 3 clouds. They got I-70 shut down.
Did you dirty on some, looks like a Pixar movie and shit. Some Spider-Man shit. The town got involved and saved the day.
They thought it was a good idea to overtake a police car that was going too slow.
Go.
Ah, you went over the yellow lines. You played yourself. What you thought? That's some privilege shit right there. You thought you was cute.
Shut
up. Over 60. You go a little faster than that. You're over like 61.
I hope he pulls you over.
Oh my God,
he's pulling you over.
Why?
Fuck you mean, why? Yo, that's some entitled shit right there. Why?
I hope he pulls you over. Oh my God, he's pulling you over.
Why?
Oh, you gonna eat shit.
The police were raiding this home, so this guy asked to help out.
Y'all need some help?
This officer saved this guy that was sleeping on a bridge.
And he gonna roll off on the ass. Oh, got him by the hoodie. What? Strongest hoodie ever fucking created. Buddy was ready to make his great escape. This guy got the super grip. He got the arm wrestler's grip.
Someone randomly pepper sprayed this guy for no reason and ran away, so he called the police. He then asked the police to record a video for his boss, explaining why he is late for work.
The cop's gonna explain what happened, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come into work.
That motherfucker sprayed himself in the face to not go to work.
So, Keevan here was pepper sprayed early this morning, so he might be a little late or not come in today.
Yeah.
This food delivery
See, yeah, I'm not coming in, bro. Keep it real with him, officer. I'm not coming in.
driver just got arrested, but this officer was still willing to deliver.
Come in today.
Yeah.
This food delivery driver just got arrested, but this officer was still willing to deliver the food.
No, I'm not who you're expecting, but your driver got arrested for things he had to take care of. So I figured I'd complete the DoorDash for you. Take care.
Pull the move on your dumb ass. What is that? Hold on, I missed it. I gotta complete my condena over here. What the fuck is that? A goat? It's the goat. That's a goat. It's the goat.
There was nobody on board this runaway boat, so a police officer had to jump.
That's crazy. Runaway boat? What you gonna do with that? You gotta pull a Magnum PI move. It was definitely a goat. The goat.
On to stop it.
And Miami Vice.
This officer moved this hay bale that weighs over 600 pounds off the road.
Whether you're a contractor or a master technician, Harbor Freight understands your job depends upon.
This delivery guy was dedicated enough to deliver a package to the same house the police were currently raiding.
Oh my god.
He's like, hey man, I gotta get the job done. Miss me with the bullshit.
Amazon, hard at work.
Pulled a move on his ass.
A police
And ran straight back to his vehicle. I'm out of here. Did my job.
officer ran into this biker because he was texting and driving.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
You mother! What are you looking at your phone, officer?
She sent me some titties. I couldn't help but look at my phone.
Mother! What are you looking at your phone, officer? We got a text from another officer.
This suspect tried to sneak out of a police vehicle in Russia.
Shh. What happened? On his ass.
Someone called the police because the party was too loud, so the police joined in.
Oh.
This police officer pulled him over because he thought the sandwich was a phone.
The reason for the stop is I saw your cell phone in your hand when you were driving, okay?
That was a sandwich.
I saw your phone.
My phone?
Yeah.
No, you didn't see my phone, bro. You saw me eating a sandwich. I can't have a sandwich? You all in my bubble and shit.
I'm in your bubble! I'm in your bubble! I know what a sandwich looks like. It was your phone.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
So it was a rectangular thing. Whether it was your wallet, your phone, it was
a sandwich, motherfucker.
It looked like your phone.
Okay.
Alright? So that's why I'm pulling you over.
Okay.
All good. Alright?
Yeah.
Some guy thought it would be possible to run away from the police while also bringing his trailer home with him.
Listen, man, the crib gotta go with me. I'm not gonna leave the crib behind. It's my crib. Oh! Cut the corner.
That is the end of this video. I
Lost
really
it.
hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
Damn.
Later.
They got you, man. They got him.
When you shop in the Jewel Osco app,
Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. We've been here 3 hours. Your boy is going to get out of here. Hundreds up. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to run through the chat. I should have recorded that segment. I didn't record that segment. Dumb. Very, very dumb of me. It happens. All right. Shout out Zoraida, Shannon, Robert, Dede, Velez, Big June, Vicente, Pooh, Adrian Torres, Zamora, J.A., Eddie Jimenez, Al the Pal, Think Like Kingpin, JP, Fernando, Young Jizzle, Salute Tops, Certified Boss was in here nut hugging. I didn't even see him. Certified Loss. You're a Trump hater. You're a dork. Go back to Mexico. So I'm going to put him in the fucking bathroom just because I think he's a cuck. Make sure I can go find his dumb ass. I'll put him in the bathroom just for being a fucking cuck. You're a Trump hater. I'm an all of them hater. You're a dick rider. Shut up. Let me go right here. Put you in the fucking bathroom, stupid. Just because I feel like it. Fuck out of here.
Put him in a fucking bench.
adiós, pendejo.
Alright. Get him the fuck out of here. Shout out Shannon. Oops, I don't know what happened. Salud Zoraida, Eddie Jimenez, Shine Chat. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. Enjoy that bread. Millions. If something happens over the weekend that's of importance, I'll let y'all know. Maybe we do a members only, but I will be editing and getting stuff ready for next week. We're going to start a new format around here and try to get more videos up on the weekly on all the channels. All right. Again, salutes to y'all. I appreciate you. Y'all have a great night, and I will holla. Peace. Shout out Zoraida. Thank you, Shai, for a great Friday night after Friday Night Live after battling the week of El Tubo, testing your character. Have a nice weekend and some even better grub. Stay safe. I appreciate you, Zoraida. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend yourself.